So, let us begin. Last time around, a number of things happened. Amongst them, you had the return to Corbury after you had dealt with a peculiar set of missions outside the borders of the city itself, and you had then gotten your money and decided to spend a bit of it buying some stuff here and there. Didn't ask too much about what potions was really available, as the shop owner is a bit of a frazzled little thing, literally. So you bought necessary stuff like healing potions, and moved on. You got paid, I believe again, because you did more than one job, having then gotten armor as well, gotten ready. You went to the clenched shaft to deal with the issue that had been festering there for a while that the guards seemingly did not really want to deal with. Or couldn't deal with. It wasn't quite clear. You went there and discovered that the floating jellyfish monster creature things that you previously had actually dealt with were indeed the ones that you thought you had actually dealt with in the past. These weird, no eyes, big blob of flesh, long tendrils, and a bird-like bone structure at the front. What you assume is the front anyway. Appearing like a bird's beak. Creatures that just messed with people's heads. Well, at least that's what happened last time you met it. You then dug around a little bit, trying to find out what was actually going on in the area. The lobsters in the particular area, you found out, had all been consumed and left, you know, as shells, basically. Nothing else, with all the inside being scooped out by the looks of things. And you discovered a apparently confusing side entrance of the bowl that is the run-in of the cleansed shaft that led to some underground facility, barred off with a force field, for lack of better term at this point, because I couldn't actually think of a better term for it, so I guess we'll go with that one. Water field. Well, that sounds dumb. Anywho. You got up again, attempting to shoot out like a dolphin into a flying position, but wings unfortunately are heavy, and if they're drenched in water, they're even heavier. You went up, I believe you got paid for this particular job as well. Remind me? Yeah, okay, thought so.
Yes.
You had a little chat with a oh so lovely dwarven individual whose name I do not know off the top of my head.
Oh, no,
I'm not sure you actually asked him now I think about it. I don't think you actually asked his name.
Which one?
Person?
The one of the high-ranking individuals of the Waterways Custodians. The
Oh
dwarven.
no, we
asked
never
him,
asked his
no.
name.
For once you didn't ask the name, and for once I like the name. It's great, isn't it?
Oh,
Whatever. And after all this, you went back home to the Ravenhold estate and went to bed after a long day's work. Now, as the night progresses, I would like everybody to roll me a sanity save. Kushma, Kelasiel, and Tempest have disadvantage.
traumatized
don't.
from that creature.
Oh, wow, okay.
Sanity.
Oh, remind me, what is Midori's sanity right now?
Give me 1 sec.
I think it's what, 4 or 5?
Oh.
Okay, so Midori's an auto fail anyway, so never mind that.
I will roll anyway for the fun.
Fair enough.
Look at the natural 20, that doesn't matter.
Indeed.
Oh, no.
We just need
Okay.
Kushmas. It is pretty cool though, everybody has failed so far.
Great.
Kushma? Gory?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's not even
Oh
here!
no, it was so
disappeared.
bad. It was so bad.
You just signed out.
That must work.
I misread that as dumbass weeb. I was like, hey!
And I was like, my monk's not even here.
Okay, well apparently Kushma's sleeping in. I'll roll for him.
We've got some technical difficulties.
Difficulties, yes, it's 16. He actually succeeds. Despite the disadvantage. Okay. Well, I guess it's fitting that he's not here, because the rest of you have a very similar set of dreams.
Oh no.
Great.
Okay. By far most of you apparently have a quite restless sleep in this manner. It's very big, very, very welcoming. You know, really, Vicky?
Sorry.
Wasn't me this time.
It's very big with thick holes.
I'm sorry.
I mean, with nice rooms to come into. Have we done yet?
No.
Are we ever? Okay.
Here's phone Kushma.
You broke me. Sorry.
Yeah. Been using mobile data and it just suddenly stopped working. I don't know.
That is not good.
Don't worry, because it's been laughing at any windows that weren't there the entire time.
Oh, great.
Fuck's sake.
I'll work on getting this sorted. And
Yeah.
for now, I can't remember. Okay.
It's okay, you saved from this anyway. I rolled for you, Kushma saved from this particular sanity issue. The rest of you. Let's see if we can get through this without Vicky actually laughing her ass off. Uh-huh. I already realized another point in this, you're gonna be laughing probably. God damn it.
Great.
So, I'm just gonna ignore
go
you.
on. Please do.
So,
I'm not crying, you're crying.
in the welcoming manner that is the Ravenhold estate that you all came back to, you all went to bed restlessly, for by far most of you. Kushma, the only one being tired enough to sleep like a kitten, I guess. Actually just goes through the night quite well. Nothing happens to him. But the rest of you find yourself turning and having a hard time even falling asleep in the first place. And even when you do, you wake up very shortly after, sure of yourself that you've seen some weird imagery. Not sure where, but something that appeared like a doorway. A very dark, massive doorway. Something that should feel familiar to some of you as you have seen this one before. You wake up and you have this really awful feel to yourself. It's like it's way too warm outside, yet you're in a particular part of the world where it's usually temperate. It's not warm at all, yet you're sweating like you've been in 40 degrees for the entire day. Your body's rejecting whatever's going on, and yet the fatigue gets you once more and you fall back to sleep. The sleep is restless. It is not particularly good for anyone. It's sufficient to get a long night's rest for the game mechanics and such, but it really does not feel that way. In your dreams, while you're wrestling with yourselves trying to actually get some proper sleep, words seem to roll in from somewhere quite far away. A particular set of words always come back, two specific ones. One of them being the word awakening, accompanied by more flashes of this massive doorway covered in shadow. A weird amalgamation of just unfamiliar sights, yet you feel like you've seen them. You have flashbacks to the day's happenings, where you fought these two jellyfish-like creatures, and then in long combat, the word learning comes to you a couple of times. To Midori specifically, because you have zero resistance to everything that's going on.
She also has that voice, although she doesn't sleep.
Oh.
Yes, because it's a vision.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ignore it. was I? Evil Midori who has
Awakening.
no resistance. You... That completely broke my fucking train of thought there. Great.
Sorry.
Yeah, I lost it.
There was a doorway, something about awakening. Midori feels something because she's particularly susceptible and has no resistance.
Hmm.
To the secondary word, which was learning. A particular word that seemed to come again and again during these visions and dreams for the most of you, but visions are visions. You still have that lingering process that every humanoid has, where you have to sleep to process what's happened during the day, and that particular fight keeps coming back, with the word learning being all over the place. A particular word that just seems so very ingrained to what Midori feels about this entire thing. That connection you had with the witch bolt, in particular, just leaves you going back to that moment in your mind over and over again. The dreams subside after a while, they repeat. You throw and you toss in your sleep, and eventually they just drift off as deep sleep takes all of you. Except Midori. Wake up. At a way later point. You feel like it's morning. It's just a bit dark, so you must have woken up quite early. You all have the same thing in this particular instance. There are balconies to by far most of the rooms in this place, because they are pretty pretty wealthy, those who own this house, ergo the Ravenhall family. So you take a step out to your balcony to just enjoy the night. Corbury in itself is a bit further away, a bit north from here, so the lights that usually emanate from there are minuscule, very minuscule. You can see people walking on the walls and not much happening there at all. So you start glancing up at the myriad of stars above you, and your eyes fix on the Fey moon. The moon that quite certainly, and quite shortly, will actually be that was the word, shortly. Quite shortly will be completely gone from the night sky, as it is for every month. And you notice there is a particular thing happening with it. It appears as entrancing as it always is, specifically to Kelazil and Usulia in this case because of your heritage. That calming feeling that always is by staring at the Fey moon is still there, yet it's flavored by what can only be described as dread, as a massive crack in the moon itself seemed to divide itself from almost as far as you can see it. The entire length of it seems to just split open, not quite like an eye, but more as in a giant rift. As in what happens if you cut open, let's say, a melon and just carve out that slice of it. It's just a massive, deep ravine in the Fey moon itself. And over the next maybe minute or so, massive, there must be massive, tendrils seem to burrow themselves out from this wound in the moon and seem to just wreathe around it. They must be city-wide, destructive, massive. Seem to just burrow themselves out like some kind of massive maggot out of the wound. And it's that point that you actually wake up, except Midori, who just stands there. So, the next morning, when you actually wake up, you're rested. You have the benefits of a full long rest, except Midori, who also doesn't notice that, join you at dinner the next morning. You have Samantha Ravenholt, who is not around at the moment, but she arrives a little bit later to the dinner table, along with Benjamin, who is basically the sore thumb of the family, as he's the only one who looks way older than anything, despite how old Samantha in reality is. It looks a bit strange, like she's a trophy wife. It's a weird thing you have to get used to for a split second, but nevertheless you know the truth about them. And the fact that half-elves and elves are just really rude in how they don't age. Really rude. But the servants bring in food, and you're there at the dinner table, and Midori is not there. Benjamin sits down and looks around the table. I'm so glad that you all are here once more. It's nice to see that Calasil has reliable friends. That said, aren't we missing someone?
Yes, Shamador is not here. Should one of us go check on her?
We, especially since she shouldn't really be able to sleep in.
So she can't really oversleep, can she?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
get up.
You get up and move outside the dining room that you're sitting in, and realize immediately you don't actually know what room she's in. Because no one has spent any time trying to find out where other people live, except for the fact that Calasil is on one side and Tempest is on the other side. Everybody else just has rooms along the hall.
I assume I know where the guest rooms are.
Yeah, but there's lots of them.
Okay.
I poke my head again. Do you know what room she happened to be staying in?
Oh, she's in the fourth one from the right. Samantha
see.
says.
Almost
Walk upstairs, and do you try the door? Knock
Luna
on the door?
follows.
Yeah, I knock. Midori, rise and shine.
There's no answer.
The pie is getting cold. I'll try the handle.
Is Midori the type to lock the door?
No.
Okay, so it's open. It's open, and you take a step in. It's a fairly big room, and you can immediately see by the drapes of the window just sort of blowing inwards with the somewhat stiff breeze that tend to be around these, these days. You get into a quite vicious time of year. You're actually already in it, now think about it. So there's some significant breeze blowing in through, and you get that lovely waft of seawater smell that is a bit far off, but occasionally it still comes into this deep into the land. And you notice she's standing out there on the balcony, just staring upwards.
Midori, you're going to go blind if you keep staring at the sun like that. And I'll walk over and... Does she react when I speak?
Midori, as far as you see, the entire night was like sleeping. An actual sleep. You've just been gone. Very restful. And as you snap out of it, it's like waking up with a sudden start. Your body just shoots out adrenaline immediately. And walking through your room is some weird creature that you do not recognize. It appears to be moving towards you, speaking a language that you do not understand.
Oh no.
As far as Midori sees, the creature is coming to attack.
Is it holding the piece of pie I brought?
Yes. This weird amalgamation of weird tendrils sticking out from sockets quite far up in the body, and is holding a piece of pie. It's kind of weird, but it still seems like it's coming for you. What do you do?
Oh god. I mean, I know what I would do normally.
Do it.
Do it.
Eldritch blast.
Oh god damn it! Oh.
Well, there's 2 beams to Eldritch Blast, so what's the second?
Oh no.
I'm gonna-
Sorry.
Go on, second crit. Crit.
Oh,
And
okay,
I'm trying to say I'm gonna dodge the first one if I'm laughing too hard.
So Midori just swings out her arm, immediately pulls up the energy of Eldritch Blast, and just shoots straight into Tempest's chest, who just barely manages to dodge out of the way at the time to negate the damage.
Yeah, the second one misses completely.
Just duck to the side, and second one just flies into the wall. Downstairs, you hear the small gathering of energy and just slamming into walls. Dull thoughts.
Uh-oh.
Jesus, Midori, I knocked. You don't have to go all crazy. What the heck?
Get away from me.
Boy, I thought you liked pie. What? Midori, it's Tempest.
You hear nothing. It's like black speak. You just see "Ask North Fat Ordaka." You understand?
I'm
quite
trying
all
to
of
put
it.
I'm trying to put my hands up to seem non-threatening. Put the pie on the bed.
It seemed to grow another set of another set of arms, and seemed to be just multiplying them, going in for the attack. You all hear Midori scream.
I run upstairs.
Yep.
Okay. What do you do, Midori? This thing is clearly preparing for another attack.
Ah. Oh no! Sacred flame.
Okay, it's a Tempest stick there to saving throw.
That's an 20. I'm ready for that.
Like, go for that.
You just... you see this creature just do a fucking cartwheel out of this position where you threw the sacred flame and just appear next to it. You completely whiff it, and this creature, apparently very dexterous. I need you to go ahead and roll me a investigation check, Ruth.
Okay.
Midori. Oh.
Ah.
Okay. You recognize some of those movements. They're awfully Tempest-like. And in your mind, you suddenly realize that you're wrestling with something that isn't real, it's an illusion. That you somehow have managed to put on him from yourself, although it's not quite there. And you have this short moment where you start having interconnecting thoughts. What he's saying suddenly becomes common again. And occasionally dips in and out of that weird language that you don't understand. But it nevertheless moves like Tempest. It starts to look like Tempest. It has fewer arms.
Tempest?
Yeah, I'm just going to minor illusion a sign next to her that with the sign, it's just a sign that says Tempest. Are you okay?
Oh my god, I'm really sorry.
You really know how to greet the guy.
I thought you were a weird tentacle thing trying to give me pie.
Well, part of that is true.
What the hell?
Everything
I mean the
alright in
pie
here?
part. You just see Tempest like kind of kneeling like he got shot in the gut.
Why is there a scorching mark on the wall?
They all look normal to me.
They do.
Apparently she thought I was a tentacle monster coming to attack her.
That's not nice of you, Midori.
No, I
What?
turned round and he had like loads of arms and he was running at me and he had a pie and
Well, I would be scared as well if a tentacle monster offered me pie.
yeah.
You don't know what's in there. Could be good.
Exactly. Could be shit.
Well, then we could throw it in the shit pit.
True.
Are you okay now?
I think so. I don't know what that was.
I don't know. This is worrying. I would suggest the spa day maybe to clear our thoughts, but we don't have a lot of time, I think, to spare. Did you also have weird dreams today?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, something about the moon cracking and tentacles coming out of that.
That makes me even,
Sounds like a weird dream.
that makes me even more worried.
Yeah.
Because if it was just me, I could play it off as something I hate. But if we all had it,
I'm worried that one of our theories might be true, that something is hiding in the moon and about to be able to break free.
We can't see the moon now, I'm assuming.
We can. It should be the 29th, if I remember correctly.
It's
for
the
dates.
29th, so
Yeah.
tomorrow we have a new celeb problem.
Yes, and tomorrow the moon won't be there either.
Does it look normal at the moment?
Are you going out to look at it?
Yeah.
I will.
Okay. For everybody, it looks just like the usual moon, calming to Usulia and Kelasil. But to Midori,
Oh boy.
you actually don't see anything weird. I just wanted to scare you.
Oh, I was like, for God's sake. Me and my sanity.
No, just looks like the usual moon that you're familiar with.
But to Midori, there's a giant middle finger.
That's weird.
Hey, fuck you too, moon.
It's moon from Majora's Mask just staring at you.
Oh god, it's the worst. Oh.
Just here
No.
3 days.
That was weird. Can I have my pie?
Is the pie still
Yeah, no.
intact?
Am I okay?
I checked the integrity of the pie.
That deck save was pretty fucking perfect. You saved the shit out of that pie.
You're not going to shoot me again, are you?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. I give her the pie and I ruffle her hair. It's okay.
In my
If you couldn't beat
defense,
me, if
you
you
looked like you were gonna try and beat me to death with it. Like,
well, come on, Madonna. We both know you couldn't beat me.
Fight,
Wow.
fight, fight.
Did someone say Fight Club?
No, you're not supposed to talk about that.
You know the first rule.
Okay, I'm gonna let that slide for now, but when we have free time, I'm gonna show you. I'll beat the shit out of you.
Well, we shall see. But for now, eat up, and there's plenty more to go around. And I'll start heading back to the dining room.
You were quite quick to find out, Midori, that it's a cream-filled one.
Why, John?
I had to.
to.
I had to.
Just encouraging them.
Vicky ruined everything. Now I will ruin
I didn't
everything.
ruin
I
everything.
wasn't even here to hear what happened.
That's
I
okay.
can't believe Vicky would do this.
I didn't. I
Uh,
didn't do it.
It's just a normal, nice apple pie with cream. It's fine. Whipped cream.
Mm-hmm.
So
Your
What
mother's
do
in
we
the
do
hall
with-
like, what the fuck? The fuck was that?
she's a bit crazy, but it's fine.
Oh! Okay.
Yes.
Turns around and walks back down.
I mean, we've seen some stuff, so
It's just a hole in the wall. Like, she's fine.
And I will say, you know your mother well enough to know that she recognized something from her past. Just like, nope, I'm out. Walks back downstairs. God damn it, Midori.
Midori.
The horse and cart are really.
That's Midori
really
running past
scary.
everybody to get downstairs to the food.
Pie!
Yeah.
Oh,
I see Midori coming, I jump out of the way. Like, not again!
Alright, so you all had a dream, and I
Wait.
didn't.
apparently.
What kind of dream?
There was a
Well,
weird shadowy doorway thing, something talking about awakening. Then there was the moon. Alright, we saw those jellyfish things, and I heard the word learning. And then we saw the moon.
Check.
Ooh.
No, I'm glad I didn't have that dream. It sounds pretty shitty.
who? Thanks.
10.
Ah,
Oh.
Only Tempest?
for now. You feel like you should know
I
more, but meh.
I should know more, but I'm kind of an idiot. And then there was a
You and
big...
me both, pal.
And then we saw that I thought I woke up and I saw the moon. And then there was like a big crack. And there were tendrils coming out of it, and it was spooky. And then I kind of woke up.
Did the creature that I thought Tempest was, did it look similar to the weird tendril things coming out of the moon?
I'll say it like this. Most of the creatures and things that you've seen in relation to the whole outsider thing all have the same color scheme. They're all reddish, purplish, blue in places, and typically have the bone white color as well. So yes, that looked like that.
Okay.
This dream of yours sounds familiar.
Very. Was there anything else? Can any of us remember something more?
I mean, the weird thing for me was it felt like I was actually asleep the whole night.
But you don't sleep.
Exactly.
That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Shit must be bad.
And I nearly missed breakfast. That's even weirder. I never miss breakfast.
No.
I know.
See, I feel like you're glossing over the part where you shot me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
I mean, come on, you looked really scary.
Oh no, I'm not blaming you. I'm just going to make fun of you as long as I can.
Aw.
Do you think that learning means something? That they are learning how to fight us? That's why we saw the fight over and over again?
Those jellyfish things did seem a bit more resilient than last time. A bit more cunning.
It's true.
They flew really high and pissed me the fuck off.
Why did the massive doorway look familiar?
Roll
Where
history
have we
check,
seen
Galasil.
21.
As you mentioned it in halfway through the sentence, hence why I interrupted you, you recognize the particular setup of it before. You've been in a vision before, or rather, the group has been in vision before and have been told about before, that there is something going on somewhere in the world, and in Amon Den, you've had a similar vision. Well, not of you being in Amon Den, but you've seen a similar vision that's centered on Amon Den. The doorway specifically.
There was something familiar-ish about it.
I don't. In Amon Den. Of Amon Den, a doorway. I don't remember that vision. At all.
That's fine, because it's a long time ago at this point.
And I don't find it in my notes as well. When was that?
Long time ago.
I vaguely remember something about a vision of Amon Den.
This is before the dragon, right?
Oh yeah, way before. Pretty sure it happened during the boat time.
I was gonna say boat is when I thought about it. Oh, hey, we changed things.
Yeah, just in case anybody was wondering what Amon Den is.
Big old mountain.
Big volcano.
Heart of the continent, the massive volcano.
So what do we do about this? Like,
I might not have had the vision.
No, I don't think you had it, but you have heard about it. That was my
Yeah, I
point of the
might
way I
not have
phrased it.
written it down then.
But
what do we?
talking about it, you have the familiarity with it. That gives you that notion.
Right. So we had a vision, or some of us did. What do we do about it? I mean,
I don't know. Something gives me the feeling we might need to head to Amon Den eventually.
Yeah.
But, that's...
you know there's a dragon there, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, but, there being giant dragons, giant lava dragons coming from it, it might need to be a bit stronger before we can do that.
And we currently have our objectives to do as well.
Hmm.
But I'm worried about what's it vision about the moon might be on about.
It might be worth another trip once we're done with this back to Velkin's Landing to talk to Aurora again.
I would love to message her, but stupid protective shield.
Do we know any other people that are like good with magic that way? Or like
No.
knowledgeable about this kind of stuff?
Eri,
Right. Actually, yeah. You know people. That's like a magic place. Are you going to do it? Or are you just...
I'm thinking about. Okay, what are we gonna do today?
What was on the agenda?
Well,
My
we
friend
wanted to
picked
go shopping for arrows and stuff.
That's
We
true.
could buy 1,000 arrows.
Yeah, but we're not gonna. Oh, right.
Even Ursula laughs across the table when that's said, apparently.
We wanted to tell my mother about the underwater tunnel.
Right, yes.
And that is the thing that I have in my to-do list. Other than that, we have the stuff in the desert.
We also need to buy the... the charms. The anti-charm stuff.
That's also Eri.
But
with the time of the month it is, I think we might need to take a dog for a walk in the evening
Well, tomorrow.
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 Right, so we couldn't be on the boat then. Okay, so I guess
Yeah.
we have a little time to kill.
Well, okay. First of all, Mom.
Yes, dear?
So we were yesterday in the cleanse shaft to clear it out from the big scary jellyfish. And we wanted to make sure that the water was clear and nothing was hiding down there. So we jumped in, and in the water we found in the what's it called, the pipe system, there was a doorway.
Yeah,
That
oh, you
was-
haven't found one of the longer ways to the underground. We know about that one, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a trap to hell, so be careful.
Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to let you know.
Thanks. I recommend being very careful if you're going to go down there and having plenty of magic dispelling capabilities with you. Some iron pikes, some shields.
Tempest thinks about how far down they went and starts to sweat.
We found the trap
we
and
found
went
the
back.
trap. That's why we
You
had
look
it back.
careful.
And the trap? Oh, the first one, the one that explodes in fire. Okay, yeah, not the worst one.
How far down have you been?
Technically, I shouldn't be telling you. You know, confidentiality and all that, but we went a bit far. Fairly far. Far enough that we don't really want to go back there again. It seemed like the worst possible entry.
Oh, so it's like not a good place to be. It doesn't lead anywhere good.
It most likely leads directly into the Lavender Market, or whatever they call it down there. But it also is like the entire sewer system covered in traps. It's a bit dangerous.
That's risky then. Okay.
Yeah. It is. It's quite risky. Oh, and the
That's
entire
good to
thing
know.
is lined with white powder, we find out. They can drop that force field at any time and just nuke the entire thing.
No. Oh god, no.
Oh god.
We
Oh,
removed as much as we
God.
could, but a bit further down we couldn't really get to it. So yeah, the entire thing could just explode. It'll be centered on the sewer system itself, but it still will likely kill and drown everybody inside, so be careful. He says this, picks up the cup to drink more coffee. Actually, no, she drinks tea.
Oh, wait, is that coffee?
Just said that because I picked up my own coffee. Little Freudian slip there. I mean, I do enjoy the fact that you're going into the family business, dear, but maybe go a safer route.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Benjamin
I'm
just sort of looks
taking
around
notes.
like, you shouldn't be doing that.
I'm taking notes. I'm taking all the notes.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Explode. There we go. Good. So that's one thing. I would say do we want to head to the ferry first, or do we want to deal with the desert first?
I mean, going to the east means going towards the incoming war. A little bit hairy for me, personally.
Well, we're only clearing the trade routes, and we're alright, we wanted to research the sand prison, so we can do that today.
Oh, good idea. I'm not researching shit, but, you do that.
yeah, father pipes up at this point. That, and if it is clearing some trade routes, wouldn't it be smarter to do that sooner rather than later to not disappoint a literal demigod?
Yes.
I mean, I know you know
Very
her,
true.
but still, we know nothing about her and she popped out of nowhere.
We should at least get some information about the sand prison, because I think they're in along the same direction, right?
Yeah, they're all like in a line towards Corin's exile.
At that fair point.
Okay, the trade route from Corbury to the exile.
What were the quests again?
There's both the Risen Sand people.
Yeah, I
You
know
need
that
to
one.
research how to get rid of them. And then there is the Tlinkali. In the midsection between Exile
Right,
and
yeah,
Corbury,
okay,
there's
I remember.
probably a cave system. Okay. So, do I know in Corbury, is there a library that might have information about sand people and stuff like that? Or
And the
weird
sand people
creatures?
part is maybe a bit too specific to ask about, but
Yeah, but Risen people.
if we know about a library.
Yeah.
But I know about library.
I do believe that I've mentioned this before.
Wait,
I
you
didn't write
have-
it in my notes.
Hold on, location document.
Yes, you would know because, you know, studious person. Kildrum Delathan.
Library. Oh yeah, I have that in my note. Thank you.
It's actually a bookstore, but, you know, he lends them out as well. If you
Okay.
stay in the building, you can lend them for a very small amount of coin.
Okay. So we're gonna research this, maybe buy the books or get them lent or something like that, and then head towards the exile. Okay. First and foremost, I'm gonna send a message to. Give me a second. Warlock or the not Warlock.
Killer just starts
Okay,
saying
what do-
random things, and everybody at the table is like, what? Hello?
Okay, what do we want to know again? Or we want to ask about the Moon, right?
Yes.
That's our big thing. Okay, John, I'm gonna send a message to Zildav Ares. That's the warlock, the female one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I need to get my fingers up. Kalasil here. Theory about Femoon that it might be a prison for something very ancient and dangerous. Have weird visions of outerworldly creatures. Any tips?
Okay. Not sure if that's 25, but it feels close. Okay. You got a message back not too shortly after. With the memory of who Sildov is, and her specific choice of deity, you feel like it's a pretty good choice. A few moments go by as the... And of course I can't do this because, hey, I'm a guy, I don't have a female voice. But Sildov's voice in general, whenever you hear it, is typically like a very practiced and beautiful singer's voice. A person who have lived quite a long time and just has this groomed, beautiful, feminine voice that either, depending on your personal outlook, either brings this matronly feel to it, or just a feel to it, depending on what kind of person the person listening is.
Aw.
Exactly. The voice comes back. We know little of the Fey Moon. The thought that it inhabits a creature of power is not new. Theories have been circulating. Weed, that's one word, as in we''D. We'd love to know more. Not to say you'd know well enough to know that usually if she has information to help people, you know, just learn things, she gives it.
Okay. Okay, so they know about the Phoenix, but they don't really know much. Or don't know more than we do. But if we learn anything, we should let them know.
Who did you ask?
One of my instructors on the Yari.
Oh, I see.
One of the founders of the Yari.
Oh, they must be old.
I don't know, how old is she? Very old. Probably.
I'll put it this way. She's too beautiful for how old she is.
Like every elf.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, if we learn anything, we'll let her know. But I would say research. Midori and I go research. You can go shopping, and we'll meet again after.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we head to the exile.
Sounds about right.
Cool.
Why are you all the way over there, Ursula?
Sorry, I was looking at something interesting.
He sees a squirrel outside.
Okay, before we go shopping, potion should check. Who has how many potions? I think we bought potions recently. Did anyone?
I still have my one.
I have a great healing and a normal healing.
Or no, yeah, I have one and one of the blood root.
I have one and one of the blood roots. Ruth,
Yes.
do you have potions of healing?
Oh,
Yes!
Yes,
I am Midori. I'm here.
Maybe.
That's not
Oh
what
no,
I sound.
got her again.
Potions of healing. I have the blood root one.
You have one blood root, right?
Yes.
Ursula, you got any?
Yes, one normal, one greater.
Okay, perfect. So I think we don't need necessarily potions. I mean, we can always buy some, but they're not that important right now. Right now,
I think
you wanted
saving
arrows.
out stuff for the arrows and the other shops that we've not visited yet.
Can I? If you're going to do research and we'll probably buy a bunch of arrows, can we have the bag of holding? Just I don't really want to carry them all. I'll probably drop a bunch.
I mean, the arrows I'm just going to put in my quill.
Yeah, but if we buy a surplus,
Your quill. I like to see that.
oh yeah, never have to buy arrows again. Think about it. Just buy 1,000.
How much is it for?
Well, 1,000 can't fit in the bag of holding, maybe. I don't know. There is scale mail in the bag of holding. Remember that. There's not a lot of room left, I think.
I mean, we
Just
can sell
We
the
just
scale mail.
pack
if we
it
need to.
in. Yeah, who's you? Oh, you wanted the backup in case you get acided.
Okay. Tempest, here is
I mean,
the
that's
bag
true.
of here's the bag of holding. Here is the party fund minus a bit of gold for when we go to the bookshop.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use everything. I trust you with this. Don't hurt my bag. Luna, stay with
Michelle,
him.
I'm going to be fine.
Good.
We got the money.
Luna's gonna attempt to jump into the bag.
Luna, no.
I'll get a dice.
Little fox just jumps up and just starts digging into it, trying to lift up the lid and just sticks
No,
off snoot into it.
No. This is a command. No. Don't touch the bag. Don't jump in the bag. Don't destroy the bag.
Just looks at you with big wet eyes. Looks back at the bag. Look at you.
No, you can play with Tempest. You can't play with the bag.
She lies down and puts her front paws over her snoot, just looking up at you. Big wet eyes.
You can see the Tempest's hair and destroy it.
If you could see a sigh from a fox, and this goes from everybody, that is what she does. Her shoulders just sort of slump and she just flies a little circle around the group and just lands heavily on Tempest's head. So it's a small dook. Doesn't sit either.
So heavy.
Just lands like a heavy hat.
This is happening now.
It's like one of those Russian hats. Her wings are just down over your ears.
Oh, it's adorable.
Good side.
Perfect. I'm gonna take a bit of this bacon and go pet Neil, and then we leave.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna bring Neil a bit of the bacon for food.
Okay. He reacts much like a dog when he sees you. Gets all excited and jumps up on the side of the...
Oh, my body, you're
called
so big and
Staples.
so great. Yeah.
Oh, hi, hi.
Yes.
Oh, you have food with you. Ooh,
Bacon?
is that for me?
Bacon?
Yeah, yes.
Yes. More bacon, 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 bacon.
Starts eating it.
We're gonna go a bit of shopping, and I will call you if you need you, but we'll be back soon, okay?
Okay.
Good boy. I pet.
Janet Griffin is sitting there like he's a massive dog.
He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy, and squeeze his cheeks. Such a good boy.
He's... I mean, I guess
just
a
kinda
bird
looks out
has cheeks. I guess.
Kinda.
Tempest just kind of looks up to the side. I mean, I'm a good boy too, but you.
Yes, you are. Okay. Also, we might want to stock up a bit on our rations. Because that's out, I don't know how much food Usadin will be able to gather.
We're gonna be in like a
sense.
desert, so we should be careful.
Yeah, I'll pick some of those up too.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Money bags.
How far away did we say it is?
Well... That was pretty much the right map. So the unknown part is always gonna be the middle section, which is uncharted ground. It's gonna be a long while. So you're currently over... Yeah, exactly. Right there. So when direct
Take
bird
some
line
time.
with the unknown territory, it'll be... Whatever this is. 26 days. It counts squares, how useful. But you also know that you don't have to go to the exile in particular, you just need to deal with the issues in
Halfway.
between, which is about this area here. So between 2 weeks and 3 weeks, depending on if you stumble on it, find it, or have some other methods to find it. And after that, you are well aware that you can contact Tachi quite easily.
Yeah. I mean, we also might want to get some mounts. A cart, maybe? So, do we think we can get a... If we had a cart that we can fit to Neil, he could carry us all? Not flying, like a horse. Cart.
Give me a sec, actually.
You know, got some mastiffs to help pull. That would help.
Sled dogs, but for sand instead of snow.
Yeah, like a cute Pomeranian. Like,
Are you hinting at you want a dog again?
oh,
You had a dog. You killed the dog.
it was a Hydra.
It was a puppy and you killed it.
I didn't the freaking blow. You mooned that fucking thing.
I moonboomed him when he was not a dog anymore. But you
Don't
killed
put-
him as a dog.
It wasn't a dog.
He was a dog. For an hour. But you didn't even let him have 6 seconds.
Job to do.
Huh?
I'm getting this fucking patch.
No. And if you ask one more time, I'm just gonna make them into dogs and give them to my mother.
Okay, so I
Call my bluff.
can't find the stats for a horse, but Griffin has... Oh, never mind, here it is. Yeah, Griffin is way sturdier.
Hmm.
The comparison is riding horses have 16 strength, Griffin has 18. And for the whole endurance thing, horses have 12 con, while a Griffin has 16. So yeah, he'll be pretty fucking good at that.
Yeah. So get a cart that can fit us all. That is relatively light. So that might help us with cutting down on the traveling time.
Although I will mention, typically you have multiple horses for just a couple of people. The cart weighs as well, and you're going to go into sand.
That's why I said the light cart, but might help. Especially we could take shifts, because Neil doesn't tire.
Well,
Well,
he doesn't get tired, but he still tires. He's not immune to exhaustion, I believe.
I don't know.
If he is, it's in the spell. And I don't think it is.
It
Intelligence.
was specified anything, but yeah, then okay. Yeah. Okay. But still, it would probably help us go faster. I don't know. Maybe if we take a second horse.
The horse as well.
Neil
Sure.
plus one horse should hopefully be sufficient. Neil, a horse and a cart. Just see how much money you have and how much that would cost, and you can decide. It would help probably a lot with travel time.
We got the wagon. We could put all the arrows on it.
Sure.
Seriously, how
Fuck
many
yes.
arrows do you think I'm going to buy?
How many do you think you're gonna shoot?
I don't know, not that many.
But you could be ready in case you have to.
But if you need anything, send Luna to try and find me. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll be at the bookshop. Midori, with me. I'm
Yes.
gonna grab her arm and I'm dragging her towards the library. Have fun!
Bye.
Oh,
Make good choices.
Alright, we shall stay with the dude for now. So, going shopping.
Let's shop in.
So I did the
Let's-
math
let's-
as far as
let's.
rations, and to buy 3 weeks of rations for all of us is about 525 copper. So now I've got to divide that into gold.
Well, just
5 gold.
5 gold.
Is that in this currency where it's divided by 10 or normal D&D currency?
Yeah, divided. This is after. Because they're 5 silver apiece, so I did them by 5 copper.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Right
yeah,
on you
so
are.
that's what.
So it'd be
You
5
did it.
gold and what, 25 silver? No, 2 silver and 5 copper. If I heard correctly.
Yeah.
You have control over the party loot, Choco. You do that.
You do the edit.
So, are you able to get that many in rations?
I'll have to check something that could be important first. Okay. So first of all, as the group of you, the guys and all, yeah, it has to be the guys. We only have 2 girls in this group. You walk into what would be the only store around this place that would even sell rations to that degree. It is called Dust and All. Now the thing is, Krishma, you're well aware that this particular place sells to more than just the commoners in the city. This place is a front.
Guys,
Still going on with it?
Winter, I mean, we could buy it from here, but I mean, it's probably the best place to buy it from. Just know, shady business, sometimes it's a front for some more unsavory folk, so
Well, what
Just-
else do they do here?
what do you think? Like, they fence shit, they probably peddle some stuff.
So maybe you might want to wait outside, or put your face on. Just the motions in front of his face.
Oh, right. Fuck, I need to put my... no, sure, I'll just... If it's not too open, or if I find just like a alleyway.
There'll be places you can duck into.
Quick change.
Okay.
I am human.
Great. Okay, well that dealt with. So,
Human.
there's usually an E after the U.
This guy.
So, you walk in, and you don't really recognize the fella in there, Kushma, but you just have heard of him. Dustin is a guy who's done all sorts of business. He, from what you hear, has had pretty much all of the most interesting and peculiar things that is being sold in the city go through his channels one way or another. He is pretty much the go-to guy if you want anything and you don't know where to get it. But typically, if you do that, you'll end up paying a little bit extra, basically for his services. But as you go in, and I'm gonna assume you don't start shopping for illegal wares immediately, so we'll just hop a little ahead as you buy the more common things like the rations and such. Otherwise, this could take forever.
I'll just say for the meme, I walk up to him, Spice. Spice? No. Yeah, but no, you're just gonna get the couple weeks worth of rations.
Well, the funny thing about that actually is...
Oh no.
Oh, great, you bought drugs.
I was joking.
Drugs.
Hang on, I have pages for this.
Drax.
You should just buy our party weed. You should just buy weed.
We can't leave the boys alone.
I didn't do this.
I'm surprised that you didn't.
The boys get stoned for 2 weeks straight.
We come back, they're like eating bread outside a shop, like.
You meant to
meant
buy
like little.
3 weeks worth of food, not 3 weeks worth of weed. What the fuck?
I meant little Spice. I don't know what you're talking about.
The spice, are you talking about red flower leaves? Are you talking about mushroom powder? Or are you talking about halfling leaves?
Oh shit, he's serious.
Purple rain.
Which one makes the rations more palatable?
Oh god.
Um,
Luna stares disapprovingly.
Tempest is talking about cooking, okay?
Oh, we can
it
get
would
him
be
to high.
the halfling leaves.
My friend, Wishbone here, is looking for cooking supplies. Cooking supplies.
I don't
Yes,
think you're
of
helping the
course.
situation.
I'm not making any better shit.
Of course, what do you think we're talking about? Wink!
Of
Well,
course.
No. I
Maybe-
mean little, like actual, like spices. You know, cinnamon, some coriander.
We're going on the
Oh,
road and
alright.
trying to cook, not
Right, Dad,
not
no issue with that sort of thing. We have rations aplenty. You're buying, how many was it again?
Let's see,
Total of rations.
25 if I go back to my math. Yeah, 25.
Yeah, that's easy enough, yes, plenty.
You guys are literally buying edibles right now.
really hope not.
It's like, cinnamon. Yeah.
I said I did that as a meme. I didn't say I did it in person, but I'm going with it.
Wait,
We're going with it.
25 is enough for 3 weeks?
Oh no, hang on. I skipped a step.
35?
I'll just assume he was for
21
himself.
times 5. Because
Yeah.
we have 5 people.
No, my
Math.
math is stupid. Ignore everything I have said.
But the 5 gold part would be like 100.
Yeah, 105 rations.
Maths.
So Tempest, you've been informed that 25 is fine, but suddenly in the back of your mind you hear Killer Seal.
No, hang on. I pull out an abacus I didn't know I had.
Like, can I borrow your abacus? Yeah, of course you can. Alright, have fun.
When we say abacus, we mean to do maths.
He
You
just
did the
looks
math
at you.
correctly for how
What
much
are you on
copper it
about?
would cost.
Nothing.
You're being really weird about my shop.
No.
Look, I'm sorry, I did not get to let it sleep last night.
During Calasil just did the library, like, I hope the guys are doing well.
Okay, hang on.
I'm sure they are. I mean, we can totally trust them alone with the money.
Oh yeah, like they're really responsible.
They wouldn't buy weird stuff like cinnamon.
So 75 is what I'm getting, right?
20 grams
105
of
still.
weed.
105. Okay, so 105 rations.
Because 21 days for 5 people is 105.
Yep,
And then
105.
times 5 and then figure out the gold. So the gold would still be 5.25.
Five.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, 525.
That's all.
I found out the cost, not the number.
Yes.
That's what I figured out.
No, that's a large amount. I will need to pull some strings, but we can have that delivered to someplace within the hour. Yes? Good.
I could just come back by and pick it up if that's more convenient for you. I don't want to, put you too
It'll
far
most
off.
likely end up in some sort of container one way or the other. If you come to pick it up, sure, that'll be fine. You'd have to pay up front though.
Of course.
Oh, I have my money inside the bag of holding, so I don't pull anything out, and I just sift through it.
You just sip.
You have
You-
money
So
outside
do you pull
of
out the
bag of
money or
holding.
not? I'm confused.
I pull out the money, but I don't pull out like my coin purse. I just pull out the exact
Okay.
amount.
Yep, that's fine. You pull out the exact amount and he's like, right, that is perfect. And takes up the coin. I will have this done for just a moment, just need to sign here. To show that we both agree that this is what is going on, yes?
Wait. I'll double check what I'm signing to make sure.
It is basically half of it is handwritten, as in, it's a formula that states, the customer has purchased 105 rations, he's written. At the amount of 5 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper, and they agree by this signature. It's basically that.
In quotation marks.
No. It seems like a very legit piece of business.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Thank you very much.
What do you write?
Tempest.
Okay. Good to know, good to know. Right. Anything else, or do you have things to go? Things to go? Places to go.
I might have some other places I need to shop around a bit. You don't sell elves, do you?
Elves.
El roll.
Yeah, no.
Are you editing the loot or should I?
I just edited it.
Okay.
Right, we have plenty of arrows. Everybody does. Any particular kind of enchantments you would like, or just...
Oh, you have enchantments?
Occasionally we have some curious items that make their way, no one knows what to do with them, and they end up here. Stuff like hitting beasts lethally. +1.
Oh, wow.
How much for those?
Well, the +1 thing, I don't deal with these sort of strange things very often, but I'll let it go for, let's say, +1 silver. It's just the 1 arrow. Same
That's
goes
fair
for the
enough, I'll
beast
take-
one.
Why not? I'll take both of them.
2 silver total. It gives you the arrow the beast slayer arrow does 2d6 to beast types. 2d6 extra, that is, to beast types, and is also considered magical. The +1 is just a +1 with the usual bonuses that a +1 brings.
Nice.
Quite nice.
Yep, and I was hoping to get maybe, let's say 20 of the regular arrow, just regular plain arrows.
You could buy
Perfect.
so much more. I mean, you could buy so much more. I am human.
That'd be 1 silver as well. For 20 arrows. Basically just hand you a quiver and wait for you to take the arrows out of the quiver.
Yep, I
There
will
you
take
go.
that. Merci.
Is this just like a general shop that kind of has like a bit of everything, or
It looks like it. It's pretty big, all things considered, and even the guy seems like he's also from somewhere else. Everything about it just looks like a really well-established, really wealthy shop. Has a lot of different things.
do you happen to have any longbows?
I do believe that we might have some left over, yes. Give me a moment. He walks out back and you hear him stepping down or up some stairs, it's kinda hard to tell. Comes back about 2 minutes later or so. It would seem that I have 2. One of them is of elven make and the other one is, I'm guessing, human.
Can I take a look at the elven one?
Of course. He puts it on the counter. It is quite beautifully crafted and has the very sleek, somewhat leaf-like motifs that you would expect of an elven bow. And I would like you to roll me an Arcana check.
Oh.
Nice. Don't you have a 0 on this? Awesome.
Yep.
I thought this was-
I sure do.
Well done.
Okay. Despite not being very learned this sort of thing, you do notice that there are a series of runes carved into this thing. It does appear to carry some kind of magical nature. You obviously, because you're not trained in it, can't ascertain what nature it is, but it definitely is magical to some degree.
Without the shopkeep kind of noticing, I'll touch the I'll touch the wolf amulet.
Okay. Well, just because of how it works, it's definitely will jingle, but you don't particularly know anything else, because it doesn't have the full effect of detect magic. Remember, we kind of went back and forth on that one, because it would be too powerful. But it definitely hops a lot. The shopkeeper does, and looks at you and like, "Oh, what's happening with your amulet?"
Oh, sorry, it just kind of does that. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
How much you willing to part for this?
But it's a nice piece of work. There's some nice engravings on it. It looks very pretty, does it not?
I mean, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not really in it for looks, though. I'm just in it to use it, if you know what I mean.
Well, of course, but it's made by the elven folk. That'll guarantee at least some bonuses to what it does. I'll let it go for, let's say, 50 gold.
I mean, it looks quite nice, don't you think?
How much again?
50.
50 gold.
Yeah, that sounds mostly reasonable, but we are spending quite a bit here. You don't have a repeat customer or, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a bundle discount, would you?
I mean, to be honest, that is the most awkward way of asking for it, but he smiles like... It's like when someone who's done something for a very long time looks at someone who's new at doing it and it's like, "Oh, you sweet child, that's cute." Go ahead and roll persuasion.
There's a word I'm looking for and I can't think of it.
It was the bundle, yeah. The one.
Yeah.
That would have been a good one. And it is.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and you see this, like a father looking at his child who just said something cute like, "Ah, that's sweet," that sort of thing. And he looks back and forth between you and like, "Oh, you're shopping together. That is cool. That is wonderful that you're buying such a large amount. Sure, why not? The bow, I can let it go for about 44 gold.
Hey, sounds pretty decent.
Oh, I was also kind of wondering, do you have any javelins? Because I'm kind of running low. See if we can get that thrown in as well. I don't
Yeah.
mind
Those
paying.
are unfortunately are the proprietors of Dean.
Eh?
Dean, you know the most famous blacksmith that is in the city.
Oh, right.
Well,
Yes.
weaponsmith, but you know what I mean. Those
They
are
do that.
mainly in his domain. They do not
That's
come
fair.
through me.
Okay, then.
But yeah, about the bow. Did you want to buy it?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
We can take it if you so desire. I looking at Utilier.
Yeah.
I'm asking if you want
The
it.
most
Yes.
unsure purchase in the history of purchasing. I want it, but don't
Yeah.
want it. I want it, but don't want it. Can I have it? Is it too expensive?
I put the money down.
Buy
It's
yourself
like the
something nice,
shuriken.
sweetie.
I don't like spending money.
Dad, can I have this? Papa? Okay, so you hand
Happy
over the
that Mama
44
is not
gold
here.
Yep.
for a clearly magical bow that you have no idea what does.
That's
Cool.
totally not cursed.
Cool.
It's
Alright.
okay, you still is cursed already. It will just cancel it out.
Becomes a were bunny.
A werebow. Oh god, that's horrifying.
Do you think they will buy us some cake to surprise us?
That would be nice, wouldn't it? We're just like sat reading books together.
I have an idea. I think because we're spending stuff, I think we should.
You say
get
you
something
say
for the
this, but
ladies.
I say this, but I've been planning something this entire time.
You know what they'd like? Drugs.
Everybody loves drugs.
I know Midori's partial to a bit of that leafy stuff.
Alright, so, thank you for your business. And did you say about how long it would take for the rations to be ready?
I'll need it about an hour.
Fair enough. I think we might go see about grabbing those javelins and then be back.
Good luck. And do come back if you have your purchases. That was a weird sentence. Come back if you have more you don't want to purchase.
Of course. Au revoir.
Bye. So you leave, and for the sake of Dean is just a fairly normal weaponsmith type shop, so you can just buy some javelins. How many do you need?
I'll buy 3 more, so I have 6 total.
They're pretty
Chocolate?
usual to the book, so it's just the 10th that.
I could buy extra in case I need. I could buy like 1,000.
5 copper each.
1,000 javelins.
No, I'm just gonna get 3.
Okay, that's just a golden, a silver and a half. Hold up.
You editing?
Yep.
Thank you.
Silver and a half.
What else do we need?
Can you write the bow into a to be identified file?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, should
My
we get
show wants
another? Sorry, from the general store. Should we get another quiver of arrows as well?
Yes, of course. I didn't even think about that.
Does
Yeah,
it want
I'll
another
get that.
20? Oh,
Yeah,
a quiver
sure.
for carrying
Yeah,
them
since you-
closely. Okay.
So
I only
I
have
forgot
my
what it
20.
was. But it's just what the normal price is.
It was
I think it's silver.
It was a silver, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Would we know if the guys are within 120 feet of us?
What would that be in meters?
30?
Right. 30. How much is 30?
Ish.
Let's see, I need some comparisons.
Not much.
here.
One house.
No.
2 houses.
Yeah, I was comparing it to my apartment. The 30 meters? No, they would not be in range whatsoever.
Okay.
You can send them a big message if you have something important. If you,
I was just gonna hint that they get us cake.
is that worth a 3rd level spell?
No.
As a side note, this is happening like 30 minutes after you split, and the girls are already like, what are they doing with our money?
Yeah.
For 30 minutes.
Which the entire time, which I have to laugh that you've been joking about this because I was planning this entire time. Once we're done, while we're waiting to go get the rations, I'm gonna go find a nice store and get a piece of chocolate cake for Calciel and Midori.
One for the both,
Best
or one
boyfriend
for each?
ever!
One for both.
Midori's cake senses are tingling. So,
Calasea's senses are tingling.
I look at Luna while I'm doing this. Don't you let me out.
Can't. I'm not close enough. Neil could.
Is
But
Neil
Neil's
with
not
us?
No, Neil is
No.
at home. I left him there. That's why I gave him bacon.
Luna is still subdued, just pretending to be a Russian hat.
Oh.
He's sad.
Oh.
Doesn't even react when the cake comes by.
rah, rah, Russian hat.
So, the guys do their shopping. You have everything you need for now.
As far as I can tell, unless he had some hidden magical good that I don't know about. But that's
Lavender Market.
Yeah.
Well, I did say that the
Oh.
the necklace was bouncing a lot. Not just
Yeah.
because of the bow, it bounced a lot.
So, I mean, it's probably safer than Lavender Market, but it's still kind of, it's a front.
And we're still looking for a cart or a.
Oh, yeah, a cart and horse.
yeah. We were gonna go ask about a cart.
Thank you.
Right, I
Some
had that
cart or
open a
wagon.
moment ago and I've already forgotten where it was. God damn it.
Don't forget the food for the horse.
Yeah, that's the
I
part that
mean,
worries me.
Yeah. That's why I was hoping that Neil would suffice.
Let me just see here. So, you'll have to find the the stables, which is the Guildmark stables, run by a Human.
A human?
A Human.
A human?
Oh, a
For the
fellow
sake of
human.
moving on a little bit, So you're looking to, because it's the only offer that you'll get from this particular guy. Human. Yeah. You're looking to buy horses by the looks of things. So it'll be 5 gold per horse, and the carriage no, not carriage, the cart rather, is a gold and a half.
We need 1 horse,
Yeah,
we
we
already
just
have
need the one.
car, and food.
Yeah,
So
and
let's
food.
see
Oh,
here. 6.5 gold, and feed per day, because of my ruling, will just become 1 copper per day.
Okay.
Per horse. So what's the decision?
Seems good, right?
it's
Yes,
Buy a
fine.
bunch of- If we buy
think
like
that's-
extra food, we'll never run out.
it's doable. Yeah, all we get is the 3 weeks worth of food.
So that'll be 2 silver. That'll be 20 days.
Yeah.
So in total, it is 6 gold and 7 silver
Okay,
for
so
the cart,
down 8.
horse, and food.
Is there any way we can leave this somewhere safe?
Well, I mean, we're gonna get the food and then we'll take it back to, Callus's mom's place.
I guess.
Also, can
Yeah.
you mark down the cart and the food in and the horse under miscellaneous, just to let me remember we have that. I'm just saying.
Women,
the
would you
loot-
let me edit the loot I'm doing?
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Now I forgot how much silver did we just spend.
7.
6.
6 gold, 7 silver.
Okay.
Okay, that's right. Because I had to pay. Because we only have 5 silver, so I had to pay 8 gold.
Math being processed.
Okay, that's
Alright.
done. So
I feel it
if we needed another do we need another bridle for attaching our other animal to this, or does that come with it?
Oh, you know what? We should get a saddle for Neil.
Yeah, I was looking at that too, but I feel like we have to get that specially made. I'm not sure.
You
Yes.
also, yeah, I was about to say, you already know that you need to go to 1 of 2 specific places to have that made.
Yes, that was the whole thing. I tried to do that the first day, but we can't. We need the area, I think, or Velt's Landing.
No, Taraksungi.
Terraxuni,
Velka's Landing
no.
is so big that it probably also could, but
Yeah.
specialized people who do it. The Dwarves of Taraksungi has a lot of griffins.
What about a saddle for a horse? That must be easy to find.
Oh yeah, you're in the place to find it. And it would be off the list apparently, it's not even on here. That is kinda weird, so we'll just assume that it comes with it apparently.
Mhm.
Oh no,
Yay!
sorry,
That's fine.
barding. That's what it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, barding. Yeah.
It just says ×4. That seems strange.
Yeah. I think it's ×4, depending on what mount it is.
Yeah, it must be. That just seems ludicrous. So it's 20 gold to have a horse saddled and barded up. That seems insane.
It's
There's a bit
more
that
than
says,
the
like-
horse.
Yeah, there's a bits that says like saddle exotic, military pack or riding. A pack saddle's like 5, a riding saddle's 10.
Oh, it's a bit
Um,
further down, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Fair
yeah.
enough. I will just go with that instead, because the other thing sounds insane.
Oh, that might be armor then? The other
Barding.
thing?
I guess it has to be, because that would make sense, I guess.
Hmm.
I mean, we can look it up, I suppose.
Oh.
It's body armor for war horses. Okay,
Ah.
so yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense. It is literally armor for the horsey.
Yeah.
Might impede Neil's flight capabilities as well, so...
Yeah. But I just want to make sure we can attach Neil to this to get him to pull it.
I like the idea of a war griffin.
That'd be pretty
What do you think they do with the griffins in Taraksungi?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make my baby fight.
But is that everything we
Well-
need to get?
The last
know.
fight and the fight before that?
I know, he's a good boy.
Flashback
And
to Neil, just
Ursula
like,
And Ursula needed to get close. And Midori was not using him correctly.
I tried.
I know you did, honey, but you forgot to.
It's like Ursula's hidden talent is falling.
No, he'll just flee. Flee
Worst
fallen.
nightmares, things with no eyes.
Yeah. Every night.
Yeah. We'll just say the saddle comes with the horse, because why not? It's fiddly.
Okay.
Okay, I believe that was it. And everything you just bought, the cart and the horse and such, can easily be taken back to the Ravenhold estate by one of you, and then still make it back to the library. It's not
Yep.
that bad.
I'll let them do that, and I'll go buy. Well, I would go buy the cake.
Alright. They take the horse and the cart back. He goes to buy cake. We'll hop a little bit back in time to what the girls are doing. So you split off from the guys after having given them everything, and I guess we'll get to that 30-minute panic that you had. Soon enough.
Also, I already marked off the goal to get us the other set of arrows for
That's fine. That's fine.
for Usulir.
That's good bookkeeping. Ah, pun intended.
20.
Well done.
So, you head out for Keldrum's bookstore. It's nothing insanely fancy, but the place is kind of big, because, you know, back in the old days you didn't have a bunch of people just hanging out at the internet cafes and such. So there are still a number of people just reading books in the place itself. It has that fairly typical, I want to say musty, but it's not exactly wrong, but it also sounds weird, smell that most book places have. Older book places, that is. But it isn't bad. It's just a bit dark in the room. It's kind of cozy in the way that most of the furniture is fluffy old couches, so you can sit down and actually be comfortable at the same time. And you notice here and there are actually a couple of people that seem to be just bringing what looks like drinks out to those who are sitting around. It appears to be mostly warm drinks. You enter this place and you find all these things before you. The odd smell, the people walking around, very softly as well. They make basically no noise. And you have this very large open space, and then of course about a lot of bookshelves blocking most of the view. And you turn to your right and you find the elven individual who has been running this for some time, Keldrum Delathan, who actually recognizes Calasil almost immediately. Oh, it has been a very long time since I've seen you last. Welcome back.
Oh, so long ago. It's so good to see you again.
How many years has it been? 20? Give or take?
Yeah, pretty much 20. It was 20 years ago that I left for Zeri.
Well, you certainly have your mother's genes in that you basically look like you have not aged a day. It is magnificent.
Well, you don't have it aged a day as well.
Yeah, I'm cheating basically.
That is fair. It's good to see you again. How have you been?
I have been
Business
quite
going
well. We have expanded, as you can see. Back when
Oh.
you were more of a child, we didn't have the drinks being brought out, but since it seemed like a natural step, this has now been expanded upon.
Oh.
It looks over at Medora at this point. Oh, sorry, you weren't done?
It looks beautiful.
Thank you. We have worked quite a bit on this and spent quite a bit of expansion money on this place. Looks over at Midori. Kiri, it is wonderful to see you in here. How may I be of help?
I'm not Kiri.
Excuse me?
That's a common misconception. I'm her twin.
Literally
Oh.
everywhere we go.
Yep.
Yes, everyone needs to know that she's a twin. Everyone needs to know she's a twin.
What?
I don't
What?
get it. Is that a reference?
No, I'm just saying maybe not so many people should know.
I mean, what else am I gonna say?
I think it's implying you should just say, yes, I'm Kiri.
Yeah, but that could be I don't know.
So
I
anyway.
can't lie.
Good. Good girl.
You tell him that and he looks at you. Oh, you indeed look very much alike. That's interesting.
I've been
Well.
told that.
Welcome to my humble abode, and I'm very happy to see you here.
It's very nice.
So, what would you like to research? Or perhaps you're just here for a casual read.
Well, we're here to. We've heard about some creatures that are sand creatures that have risen back again, and are looking for ways to stop those. Do you have any books that are maybe adjacent to that area?
Sand creatures, so creatures of the desert.
Yes.
Alright. Maybe. So for this, I would like you, both of you, to roll me investigation check, and I'll roll one for Kildrim as well. As you are on the hunt for books that may be helpful.
For fuck's sake!
Aww.
I rolled a 2! I rolled a 2!
That's rough,
I
buddy.
have a +8. I rolled a 2!
Hate to see that.
Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Luckily, I rolled quite high for Kildrim.
Thank God.
He has a bit over 20 on his total. Okay, so I'll give you some information for what you research.
Yay.
Need to quickly
Okay.
find it in my notes.
Research. Prison.
Okay, so one of the books that you are presented with described the Tilinkali. Yeah, Tilinkali. It's fucking hard to say.
Yep.
Which are pretty big scorpion-like creatures, much in the same way that centaurs are horse-like creatures with a quite humanoid top in the front. These Tilinkali are scorpionoid creatures with a very beetle-like humanoid figure at the front. You learn that they are quite fierce fighters and they're very good craftsmen as well. Living in the desert, they've learned how to adapt to the desert itself, and they've made a number of weapons, you find out. In their culture, just in general, they are just craftsmen. They need to make weapons as best they can, so they scavenge what they can and they make what they can. And as such, over time, have become quite adept at it. It does, however, also state that usually they live in flocks. They stay together. But for this particular task that you have, you kind of find a small disparity here in what you've been told and what this particular guy is. The issue is, rather. You learn that usually they aren't an issue. They avoid people. They stay in their little herds. They just sort of live their lives in the desert best they can to occasionally expand their lands, but that doesn't happen too often because they don't really have enough resources to live as a massive group. So they just keep to themselves. Rarely they will trade weapons and such with humanoids. Very rarely. All this you essentially learn from some guy who went to the desert one time, and a lot of it's just a lot of fluff. But occasionally you find these important tidbits here and there. And that's about all you learn from that one. I'll just assume, for sake of ease, that Midori has read the other one, and that you then share the information afterwards.
Yeah.
This will also be at about the time where you both have the small panic and suddenly hope that they buy you cake. Midori, meanwhile, has been reading about curses, funnily enough. You read about how sometimes those who die out in the desert have been exiled there and have been sent to just die of the heat, die of the dehydration that is caused by being in the desert itself. And occasionally, these, according to the story that you're reading, will give up their eternal soul to just have revenge, and in doing so, curse themselves and most of the land that they live around, becoming constant, vigilant watchers of the area, just there to fuck up anyone they come across.
Oh, great.
Essentially immortal until parameters leave them unable to come back. It doesn't specify what those are, but that something needs to be done specifically to counteract this very long curse they put upon themselves. Something needs to break it, essentially. Otherwise it just comes back.
Is there like a book I could find on breaking curses?
So you're looking for an additional book?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And I'll assume that you ask Keldrum for it as well to get some
Yeah.
help.
Can I help with that as well?
You can.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Natural 20!
Yeah!
And I rolled a 17 as well for Kildrum.
Yes. I rolled good for once.
Yay! Just wait till we get to combat and we all Ralph fuck all.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't take you too long to find some books. There are apparently a number of them that reference curses in different manners. There are some of them that are more fairy tale like you'd expect from real life, where there's a numerous amount of curses. You'd expect pretty much anything of what you can expect to hear from games and such is what is in these type of books. Some of them is simply the werewolf curse that can be dispelled very easily, traditionally anyway, the one that comes from the Feywild, that if you're bitten by a werewolf, you turn into it, can be cured quite easily, typically painfully as well. We have stuff like, if you've been cursed by some old wise woman, there's a couple of ways to deal with it. One of them is drown the bitch, another one is just simply to break the curse by talking to her. Or deal with what issue caused the curse in the first place. You tend to learn that there's numerous amounts of doing it. And a lot of the time, it seems to be just cancel with magic, lol, easy. Because there are spells that can do it. A lot of the stories is stuff like, and then they went to this priest who cast a massively powerful spell and the curse was lifted. That sort of thing happens numerous times.
Yeah.
And then the spirit was exorcised by a priest and the curse was lifted. I mean, there's numerous things. I'll give you no specific on any curse because there's too many curses to go over and it'll take all day.
Okay. No, she'll take notes on the werewolf one and anything she thinks might help with that, but yeah.
I will say though, that was an example, and I'll also mention that the book's something specific, I suppose, because it could be relevant for specifically Midori, because she is actually technically a holy woman, kind of technically. Stuff like hallowed ground is actually a really good place to get rid of curses. And stuff like blessings of different manners are also very important and very good for getting rid of curses.
Okay.
What about an axe to the face?
Just hear that in my head, like. I mean, I could look.
From what you read, that would not work. The creature will just come back.
Book says no. Book says no.
But we have found nothing specific about the sand raisins, how to break their curse.
You might. I might have mentioned a couple of ways to deal with it. You'll just have to figure it
Other
out
than
yourselves.
magic and magic. That was the
Priest
only thing
mag-
that I really got out of this magic.
Priest
Hallowed
magic
ground.
on the ground. Keep one
Yeah,
of
but
those.
that is all kind of magic.
Yeah.
There's no
It's D&D.
unmagic.
Everything is about magic.
I know, but I don't have removes curse.
Tough. You'll have to find out one of the other ways to do it. There are more ways. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna
Boo-boo.
send a message to Tempest.
You mean ascending?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you ask Corey if he knows where to get a spell scroll for
Krishna.
remove curse?
Human!
It's true, man.
So that's what this feels like. Sure.
Also, don't forget the cake.
I looked down at the cake in my hands.
How did she know?
I look back up at Luna. You.
You look up at her and she just falls off your head and slams to the ground.
Oh my god, she's so depressed.
Yeah, I'm actually starting to get a little worried about you.
It's really some small pause to watch you like, pick me up, bitch. Pick me up.
I put the cake in the bag of holding and pick her up.
Okay.
Oh god, that cake's gonna get so much fluff on it.
It's a bag of holding. It's not how that works.
Oh no, holding fluff.
It's gonna be gone. Just happens to be a place where something else lives and it's already eaten it. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, that's a bag of devouring.
Yeah.
That exists too. True. But I've not been evil enough to give you guys that yet.
Yet.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever we get back to us, I'll go ask
about that, but
What you asking?
do you know where we can find a scroll of remove curse or spell scrolls?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe just a
Do
little.
not say lavender market.
That would be where you go. You could go back to old Mook Arrow guy. What's his name? Dustin. You could go to Dustin as well.
I'll go back to him whenever we get the chance to.
Yeah, but it would we'd be there for different business than before. I guess we did kind of try to buy drugs, so never mind.
I was literally just trying to buy spices.
We don't need that kind of stuff.
Back to the girls.
That's what feel free to cut away from us at any time.
Well,
Just
one of
it.
the girls is away right now.
God damn it. Stop pooping, apparently. Midori just runs out of the shop like, I gotta poop. Runs away.
I'm gonna add this. I'm editing loot right now. I hope nobody else is in it.
I already did everything
Good.
else.
Oh, and for the books you've been reading, it'll be 3 copper.
Yeah, I'll add that. Can we keep the books?
No.
No, that's just a fee. Okay.
That was the rent cost for them.
Yeah.
So. Actually, I think now's a pretty good time for the break. We are almost at halfway anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's take a break a little bit early. And we'll get back. Go on.
Can the horse food and the people rations fit in the bag of holding?
Well, the horse food you really want on the cart. Because they're big. We're
But the
talking
people
a
food
lot.
can fit in there.
We can do the math.
It's 105 thingies.
pound.
Rations. I don't know how much pound one ration is.
We don't need to worry about that because the bag of holding has a max of 500, so just keep it in pound.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
did we just mention the ration
said
pound?
no. I said 105 rations. I don't know how
They're
much
2
they
pounds
weigh.
each. That's 200 pounds. So that's 210
Yeah.
pounds.
And we have a scale mill in there.
Yes.
That's not as heavy.
Well, there's 2 restrictions. One of them is space, the other one is weight. Scale is mostly the weight. Oh,
Scale
no,
is-
it's only 45.
45, yeah.
That's 250 plus the small knickknacks. So you're about halfway through the bag
Yeah.
of holding.
Okay.
We can add so many more arrows.
Also, Caloceal would have given you the amount of money she needs in components for inscribing the spell scroll if you get it, but I will need to calculate this first because I forgot it again. I think it's 25.
What level is it? 3, I think.
3. Yeah, and I think it's 5 per level, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Or at least I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, let's take a break.
Break!
And take 10-15ish minutes, and we'll be right back at the end of that. People need drinks, people need stuff. So, break.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Bad that I think we know it all off by heart now.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, well, that was
is
stream.
indeed D&D. Let's continue rather. Continue. Yes, I can English. Good start.
Big continue. You speak English better than I do, it's fine.
Have a second language as well. Hey. So, at the library, well, Keldrum still. You've done your research, and the books are for rent, so you can't just take them with you. Not that you necessarily need to, because I know Keller Seal has decided to take a lot of notes anyway, so you have probably noted down all the important bits and ignored all the fluff. The guys have done all their purchases, and whoever takes the cart to Ravenhold would be the last person to arrive at the party. So we'll say that you join back up after a little while. It wouldn't take too long, but since you didn't really mention any place that you would actually be reuniting at, one would just assume that at some point or another, those of you who aren't on a current errand will just start wandering towards the Keldrum bookstore. Which means that most of the guys arrive about the time that the girls are done reading, because they have a lot of reading to do, so that'll take a while. And so we'll hop ahead a little bit of time, about an hour or so. So the person who had the cart and all the feed, etc., would have come back, picked up the rations, put it in the bag of holding, and then everybody reunites at the library. You are still quite early in the day itself. It's maybe around noon still, so it's not that bad whatsoever. You've been quite productive this morning. So, how would you like to continue?
So, did you get me a spell?
No.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of magic around here still.
Yeah.
So
There's a place that's maybe a little bit shady. If you want to go there personally.
Well, I don't want to go there. I was hoping that the spell would suddenly just appear for me with the components that I need.
unfortunately, it's not quite that easy.
But the spell would help a lot. Otherwise, we would need to find a priest. Or something else that can make a ground hollow.
This was
Hello.
remove curse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That is one of the solutions, yes.
Would I be able to learn that during a long rest, or no?
Not how Warlock functions.
I didn't think so.
But I'm
I
guessing
just
you
thought I'd
might have
ask.
it through your Radiant Soul anyway.
So we just have to level up one more time.
It's gonna
Give
go
us a
grind
hard
for 3
fight.
hours and then...
Yes.
I suppose we could go back and take a gander. I mean, I went in disguise last time, but maybe if I'm more up front, that could open some doors.
Yeah, you
And
probably
if you
looked
think you're okay with it, I can just go back in myself and talk.
You want to go?
If you want me to try to ask.
Sure, go for it.
But yeah, that we try to go to the
How-
alley first and try to get our things there.
We did just buy the fucking horse. I think we've kind of strapped ourselves in to go.
Well, I mean, the horse can always stay with mother. There are a lot of apple trees. It will be fed. I was looking something up.
We still have to wait
Okay,
for.
the issue is,
Yeah.
right now the only ways we really know about removing that curse that has this sand resin blocked is to find the priest who can remove that. Maybe get some blessings that can help with that, which also probably would lead to a priest. Have the remove curse spell, of course, or bring them on hallowed ground. Hollowed.
Hallowed.
Hallowed or hollowed?
Hallowed
John,
means something else, it's hallowed.
I know of a temple here, right?
In Corbury?
Yeah.
Let me just check my list of stuff.
I mean,
If I recall correctly, there aren't actually any... Yes, I recall correct at all. There are essentially no established religion here, but you do still know of places of worship. They just aren't recognized per se.
Or we could, or we would need to figure out why they want to be vengeful, and maybe take revenge for them, or find another trigger that would stop them from hanging on to that. I mean, it's basically the soul, because they were probably being exiled and died of thirst, so they sold the soul to become eternal, a form of eternal revenge. So if you maybe can find out why, or how, or what the hatred is about, maybe we could break that.
But how?
I don't know.
Hmm.
That's the issue.
Really? I mean, we could check with Dustin, see if he does stuff. If not, the only other place we'd have to go to find such an item would be the Lavender Market.
Okay. Let me check notes.
Because, I mean, if we go into the area, I would like to at least save some money to buy the charms.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any. Do I know anyone in the city that's a priest or religious or might be able to help?
Not exactly. There aren't actually any particular practiced beliefs in the city.
Right. Yeah. Well, first of all, let's try and get a remove curse spell.
Pardon? What did you say? Sorry, I just didn't hear you.
First of all, let's try and go ask Dustin, you said?
Sure.
Because that would be the easiest way. If we can get a remove curse. Otherwise, I don't really know what to do.
Lead the way, Tempest.
All right.
Alright.
Ram.
Returning... great. Returning to Dustin after a while. This will be just after you've received your rations as well. Big old box full of rations. You kind of awkwardly have to carry this thing around. Okay, so who specifically goes back to Dustin? All of you, or are you sending someone alone? Or something such? What's the plan?
I'm sending Tempest.
Yeah, I would say at least let me go. Definitely Kushmar should stay outside.
Sure.
Okay, so you go.
And I'll tell him
Tempest, I
exactly
choose
what I
you.
would need.
Alright. Which I believe is just the paper and the scroll itself.
The paper, the scrolls, the components. Well, yeah, the 25 gold worth of component thingies to
But he
inspire.
charges a little extra because of his business.
Not 25, 15.
Yes, and
But
there
yeah.
are no extra things for it.
Yes.
Alright, so Tempest, you enter, same place as before. Dustin is just doing his thing, just keeping tallies, writing stuff down in his notebooks, just, you know, doing the day's job. Seems like he's been chilling for a little while recently with some food and a coffee. Well, a cup, not a coffee. You enter the building and he's like, "Oh, wonderful to see you again. Are there any more business that you would like to have?"
I'm watching through Luna's eyes.
We've we're a bit new in town and don't know, having a bit of a trouble finding some things. Looking particularly for spell scrolls, but one in particular, if you would have any ideas or recommendations.
There are things to find around the city, but if you're lucky I might have some lying around. I can go check for you. What particular one is it that you're looking for?
Remove curse, I believe it's called.
He writes that down on a piece of paper, like he's never heard the words before. Right, well, take a look. That might take a while, so have a seat.
Yes. Merci.
Luna pats him on the head approvingly.
And other than that, I'm just kind of browsing, looking around, anything like sparkly catching my eye.
Let me take a look. Not exactly, no. Most of the wares that are in there just seem like fairly common things you'd find on page, whatever the fuck it is in the player's handbook. A little time passes, and he comes back with a couple of things. Need to find the specifics in my notes. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Oh, okay, never mind. So he comes back with the scroll and nothing else, because I just realized he doesn't have the thing that I thought he had. So never mind. Comes back with a scroll. From what I understand, this should be such a scroll, yes? He rolls it out, and it seems to be a quite complex magical piece that has notes here and there on it that seem to depict that it is for removing curses.
I'll look at it. Is it okay?
I kind of like try to look at it so that Luna can look at it, like, leaning my head down, like,
kind of leaning forward, putting a hand on Luna, like, scratching his head. He's really scratching Luna.
like looking like I'm really deep in thought.
Actually, give me a deception check on that. Should be pretty good for you.
Yeah. Here I go, decepting again. 16's not terrible.
None the wiser.
It's above 10. That's good.
It's a 10 for me.
Yeah. It's not below a 10. That's good.
I'm better at telling the truth than I am at lying. What kind of rogue am I?
A good one.
The cat a good one, I presume. So, you lean over and you let Luna read the scroll, who then taps you as a confirmation that it is indeed a fairly standard remove curse scroll. So, you are satisfied with this particular scroll?
I think this is definitely something I could use. How much are we talking?
Well, for the scroll itself, I don't really deal with these sort of things particularly often. So, I'll let it go for... Sort of stands there for a moment. Like he's trying to do the math in his head, or trying to calculate it based on something else he saw before. Trying to just figure out where it would lie. Doing some weird hand gestures you just put on to he's making connections in his head. Well, I think I'll let it go for 9 gold.
Luna,
I'm waiting for the confirmation from...
I think that sounds reasonable, John.
Do you?
I think so. I think...
Just because I do want to inside him just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Implicitly, I trust this man with my life.
I think that sounds reasonable. I think
He's a good
that was approximately what I paid for the other spells as well.
I need to do some quick math here. Give me a sec.
It sounds good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You don't... I rolled a natural 1. But you can't crit fail on checks. But his bonus is still big enough to the 6 not being good enough. I just want to let you know that I rolled a 1, because that's fun. So Tempest can't see any lie about it. Seems legit. And from what Luna's petting implies, it seems legit as well from Calciel's experience.
I'd say you have yourself a deal.
Wonderful.
Midori, send him a message to get. Don't forget the magical ink and the magical paper.
Send a message. Don't forget the magical ink and the
Well,
magical
Tempest
paper.
he gives over the gold and picks up the scroll. It's about to leave and gets the message like, oh.
Actually, I was about to say, do you have magic? Gets the message. Do you you wouldn't happen to have any other like papers and inks, wizardy stuff, would you?
Oh, some of that annoying witty stuff that you always need tons and tons of. Yeah, there's plenty of that. I think. Give me a moment. Walks out. Comes back with a folder a bit later. Essentially just a nice little like one of those compartments you see in briefcases and such. There's the little folder-like section of it. Just gives you a bunch. That puts it on table rather and gives you how many you order. How many do you not want? It's what, 15 gold worth?
15 gold.
Okay. Pulls out a bunch of it and then puts some of the ink. Seems to measure it for a moment. Like, this will be exactly what you've ordered. Yeah, there you go. Puts the stuff back that he didn't give you to. So you get the 15 gold
It's
worth of
melty.
the wizardy stuff. Along with the scroll. Alright. You exit the shop. Find your compares. Pretty close. And you have all the things you have been shopping for.
Tempest presents the scroll with a little bow to Calcio.
Oh.
Give me a
You're the
strength
best.
check for it to not fly away. I'm kidding, don't worry.
I was gonna say I'm holding on to it. I'm not like.
Oh, it's gone! Oh.
Take it.
How many was it?
Okay, I need
did
to
you
roll me a
remove
wisdom saving
the-
throw.
What?
I'm kidding. Go on.
Let's say
did
who?
Did you remove the money, Joker? Or
Yep.
should I? Okay,
Everything's accounted for.
perfect.
And I didn't put the thing in, so I don't know if you want to keep it on your
I'm-
your person or if you want to.
I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna edit now then.
Excuse me, what? You're gonna what?
Yes.
Oh god damn it.
Oh, I didn't put the scroll. I didn't put the scroll or the ink in the
Spells.
table, so I didn't know what you wanted to.
Yeah,
Oh, I know what you
I'm
meant.
putting it in. Remove curse plus ingredient plus yeah. That's scribe stuff. Perfect.
Oh yes, we also got the bow. We might want you to look at.
Oh yeah, I
Oh, yeah,
will
that's
do that. Do we want to head out today, or
No.
do we want to head out tomorrow? I think it's probably wisest to maybe head out today, so that tomorrow we are away when Usulira is
Yo,
stay.
we should make some headway.
That was my thought. We.
By the way, what are we going to name the horse?
Well, let's name it dog, and it can be yours.
Okay, that's just Patreon.
Oh, named dog.
See, I broke up, so I only caught part of that, but I know what you said.
Well, Cory, you wanted a dog.
Dudley.
Here is your dog.
His name is
Not
Kushma.
a
Well, not
dog.
here. Koshma! Working, sorry!
Second time you've done that. Today.
No, Vicky, it's not a fucking dog.
Well, here, Kushma, your dog.
It is not a dog.
We'll see how long it survives.
You could train it to act like a dog.
Getting a dog one way or another.
Well, you can't have one of mine.
Mm,
Jeez, George, why are they being so weird right now?
fuck it,
Okay,
We're
what
gonna
do we
call
name
him
the horse then?
Dudley.
Dudley?
Why not?
Dudley.
Oh god.
Okay,
Oh,
then
no.
let's meet Doodles.
As we're walking, Tempest just stopped and looked at the camera and said, "This means the horse was a dead."
We're going full meta.
Well,
Alright, shall we go?
I think so. Let's head to the mansion.
Alright, we
Um,
need Neil.
Yes, and we need the horse.
Oh, right.
Wait.
We left it there.
You literally just walked it there and walked back. How have you already forgotten?
The dog.
Okay. You get back without issue and to strap both Neil and the horse to the cart. It's a bit lopsided because Neil is much bigger. They still technically they have the same size same size in D&D, but just from different creatures, Neil is just considerably bigger.
While
awkward.
they strap him to the cart, I'm gonna ritual cast Identify on the bow.
Right.
I'm sure these two will be great friends.
There is no... I'm not going to give you a card for it because the effect it has is quite simple. It quite simply does not require arrows because it creates them themselves. Itself.
Oh,
Even better than I expected.
See, Corey, we got your fucking extra arrows now.
Yes.
We have so many arrows.
Well, Tempest just became a ranged fighter.
Does it have a name?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna call it the arrowless bow.
The bow of 1,000 arrows.
It's just a long bow,
Arrow.
and it has the
That's
enchantment that it
the-
doesn't
The
need arrows because it
infinity bow.
creates them itself. The arrows
That's
do also
on
count as magical
Brazilian.
for the purposes of overcoming resistances.
Oh,
Hey, that's
good.
That's
handy.
dope.
Very
That's
good.
dope.
Not +1, keep in mind, just that they're magical.
Hmm.
That's still pretty good.
handy.
It's rare actually that you have any arrows that do that sort of thing, because people tend to forget. My bow is magical, but the arrows, not so much. Anyway,
I have one magical arrow.
2 actually.
2.
The anti-beast one is magical as well.
Yeah.
But it's good against beasts.
So yeah, it's bow of infinite arrows.
Sweet.
Magical arrows. Okay. Get that done, quite simply. Easily done. Kuyo seems unimpressed as usual. You have Neil and the horse strapped to the cart. You have a bunch of servants that have been walking around wondering what the fuck you're doing, and then they realize, oh, you're using a giant griffin and a horse to carry a cart, and they keep walking
Was that-
past.
Let's just look at the spirit. Is that necessary? What did I even do?
You talking to the spear again?
It's giving me sass.
Then we used to. I'm gonna say goodbye to my parents and then we can leave.
Okay.
And maybe I'm gonna steal a bit of cake.
We just got you cake.
You got a
Really?
cake.
You got us cake?
Oh shit, let's pull that.
Ta-da! I pull out the cake.
Oh, I give him a hug and a
Yay!
kiss on the cheek. You're the best.
I know,
I
like
won't
this
do
effect.
that because that's weird. But thank you for that.
I mean, you
cake.
could.
No. you have one. You have one woman. Be happy.
Midori goes over and grabs Killer Seal instead. Nah, that's for the future.
Yeah.
When Tempest eventually dies.
God.
Eventually.
You know, I was thinking it. I didn't want to say it because I thought it would make you mad.
No, you're not gonna
Don't
die.
reveal the plans too early, come on.
Oh God.
What? Hello? What happened? I
What?
blanked out for a
What?
moment.
The end of the campaign, Midori just stabs Tempest, and now she's mine.
Yeah. It's like in his sleep, like there can be only one.
Wait a minute, she didn't think I was a monster at all. She was just trying to get to Calice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
If that was the case, you would have used something bigger than just Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
You enter the mansion, Calasiel, and you find that your father is the only one home because your mother still works. Your father at the moment is not. So you find him and he is a bit surprised that you're back already. Oh, it's wonderful to have you back. How are you doing?
We're doing quite well. We are heading out now. We want
That's
to
a bit
make some good
curious.
focus.
We're going
Yeah,
already?
we're heading. Yeah, there is a trade route to clear.
Fair enough. Work calls and all that. Work calls and all that, so
Yeah.
that's fine. Just be careful out there, alright?
Will do.
Good.
And tell mother I said bye and I love you both.
I shall. Of course I will.
Thank you. And I give him the biggest hug.
He hugs you back. Holds you for a moment and just let you go. Well,
I'll be safe.
yeah, have a good trip again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna send
Bye.
messages. Bye.
As you drive out of there with the car and Neil, he's just waving from the front of the house.
Yeah, I'm waving the whole time till I can't see him anymore.
Bye, Calaseo's dad.
Au revoir.
You just get scowled at.
Your wife is really cool. Bye.
Just a gunshot comes out of nowhere, barely misses Tempest.
Well, it has a long reach.
You know, I was thinking of mentioning that.
What is it?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it? Is it?
I mean, minus the
1,000?
missing
Or
part.
is it 500? I think it's up to 1,000 feet
Oh
reach.
my god.
Something like that, yeah.
Hmm.
And there are ways to extend it further.
Yep.
But yeah, you exit the area, and despite not having said farewell to your mother again, you head east, going
One
for the
thing.
desert.
Yes.
There we go. Calypso, do you
Yes.
still have sending?
Yes, I have one more, and then I need to use bigger ones.
Damn, this horse is fast.
Could
Whoa,
you just
Dudley.
could you just say goodbye to Amira on my behalf?
I'm gonna send a message to Amira. Heading out of Corbury, your boyfriend says bye.
What did you say?
You don't hear that.
It's
You
sending,
don't hear that, I
it.
think.
Oh, I don't hear it. Okay.
You get back from Elmira a moment later. We both know he's not my boyfriend. He doesn't even want to touch me.
Aww.
Disappointing. Bye-bye. Nice meeting you.
What did she
Kevin
say?
shakes his head and isn't sure why.
She says bye, and and Kushma.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
Did you just
Kushma.
touch me?
Oh, Kushma.
Oh, Kushma.
I don't know what I did wrong.
Oh, you did
That's
everything
the
wrong. Next time a woman invites you to sleep in her tent with her, you take it.
Okay, if it's about that, I can explain.
Do?
It was very, very. It was a very stressful, like 2 days. I don't think it's healthy. I think I should. Like, I think I should probably think about what my actions could have repercussions about. That was a butchered sentence, whatever.
Look, I'm just going to let you know. Sometimes people need to let out their stress,
Yeah, I did that by beating up a fucking Hydra.
and I'm just saying there are other ways to do it.
Yeah, but you know.
Maybe send her a nice letter.
Also,
Explaining
not
your
saying things while I'm
reasons.
still within sniper range of her mother.
Yes. Yeah, she's like up in a tree somewhere, like, take the shot.
Go on, Tempest. Say it.
I'm gonna sort stuff out once everything has been done.
Okay.
That's when I think I'm ready for that stuff. What is weird to talk about with you? Whatever.
We're all friends here.
Yeah.
Brother.
No. Don't need this.
John,
Okay.
That's me.
on our travel, I want to get the inscribing of the spell done.
Okay, you have
Do
to do it at
I
the bottom
and-
of the card, but it will be successful.
That's what I'm asking. Can I do that while traveling, or should I wait and always do it before sleeping just a bit?
I mean, technically you can do it during the traveling. You just have to be sort of on your hands and knees doing it at the bottom of the card where everybody's feet are. It'll be awkward, but not impossible.
But it wouldn't hinder the process.
I'll say it'll take longer, but and be a bit messy. But yeah,
It would work.
yeah,
Okay.
just about.
Okay.
So do we have we have cart and then we have Neil and then horse pulling?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Dudley, not horse.
Sorry, yeah, Dudley.
Dudley and Neil.
I mean, if no one else wants to ride the horse, Ursula will take the helm on the horse.
I'm not a riding kind of guy.
Though I might find that out. Found.
Are we faster than walking than normally?
Don't believe so. Unless you want to be, in which case you will be. There are
So
speeds
we
you can
bought this
define.
for no reason other than not
hang on,
having to walk ourselves.
I have a chart. Give me a sec to find it.
I mean, basically.
I was gonna say Midori uses Mage Hand to smack the horse's butt.
I mean,
it's
still,
basically it's what's the math here? It's not quite twice as fast. It is
1.5.
okay. So I did the math. On foot, you can get 72 kilometers a day. by horse, you can get 130 kilometers per day.
That's not bad. That's nearly double.
And from the math I did quite some time ago, you'll have every day will be about 130 I mentioned, which means that every single grid block on the map is 1 day, and which will then be 130 kilometers.
It's cool.
So yeah, it's
So
nearly
we
twice
are
as
faster.
fast. Nearly twice.
That is very good. So it wasn't worthless.
Indeed.
We
It also
got
means the
speed.
21 days of walking you had would be cut down to I don't know, like 12.
Hey,
Makes sense, yeah. Okay. Another thing that I want to do is, I assume I can do the same thing that I did for the elemental adept, but this time with lightning, to prepare, so that it would cut down the time that I need to study, if I were to study that.
No, not here.
Not
It's
on
not
the
as
card.
peaceful. No, the thing with the boat was that it's very peaceful, and you basically have to do nothing during most of the days. While on the card, you can't really have the room to do it. You can't really practice it. You can't do much.
But can I do it after the card ride when we settle down, because we can't push the horse all day?
Yeah, I'll say you can, because that actually makes a lot of sense. Because you only move a certain amount of hours a day to not kill everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody can still prepare their feats. They can't learn anything, but they can prepare to get that extra boost.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
want to do that for the lightning one.
can I do that as well?
if you don't already have it done.
I've already got it done for 20 days, so probably not more than.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
want to I want to start that for the adept lightning.
All right.
Do you want an explanation again of how I would justify that?
Actually, I would. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Basically, I have two ideas. One of the ideas is, well, overcharge, basically. The other idea is using a different polarity, so to speak, of the lightning. You know, as in the outlets, power outlets, there's normally, I don't know what it's called in English. There are two variations.
Convection and the other one.
Yeah, exactly. And basically using the other one to disrupt with the first one's flow to break it apart. Something they like.
We'll be using the first one. Because the second one doesn't make too much sense in the sense of how
don't
you're
know.
gonna hurt something.
Well, because I'm cutting away its flow of magic, so I'm breaking through that way.
True, that would make sense if it was a power outlet. Trouble is, with magic and creatures, it's always unexplained how the resistance even matter. So,
Exactly.
unfortunately, we can't have it that specific. It doesn't work that way,
Good.
unfortunately. Because that would mean that we basically just put down how the entire resistance thing works. Can't do that. Too specific.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
just the nature of D&D. Things can't be specific always. It's weird.
Which makes it even weirder when you want an explanation.
Yeah. I just want to know that you have ideas that are good enough for me to say good
ideas.
for it. And yes, it is sufficient. And
Could say you could use use Usule's blood because he can do lightning damage, so you could make like blood cartridges.
Oh no.
keep that idea around, but for different purposes. I'll give you that hint. Ever played Bloodborne? Wink.
Yeah.
So anywho, 21 days cut down to 12 thanks to your horses and such ahead of you. You will still be slowed down during the ascent part of it because you got a horse, not a camel. And horses aren't exactly perfect for going through snow. They're not bad at it, don't get me wrong, but they're not perfect. I mean, neither are camels for that matter, but they tend to live a bit easier. But still have a lot of time before you even get there. Let's see how much. 60, 12, so about 7-8ish days.
Sorry, I'm guessing the elven longbow doesn't require attunement.
Hang on a sec. Need to find out.
Also, we need to do wolf time.
Wolf time.
Yeah, well, I'll get into that in just a moment. You'll get about a half a day's travel away from it, and then you'll have the little reprieve outside. Well, wrong word to use reprieve, but yeah.
I assume I will be able to get the 20 hours of preparation in. And the 6 hours of inscribing.
Yeah, eventually you'll have all that done throughout the travels. Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, pardon.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's achievement. It is.
It is achievement. Okay. That's my third one.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, a number of days will start passing, but first, suppose we should deal with a little issue. Usulia, at this night, I would like you to roll me that very special wisdom save, after having
I'm
been
guessing
tied
with-
up and prepared like usual.
Yes.
Doing all the usual
I'm
prep.
guessing we're still doing the same prep.
Hog tied to a tree.
And I believe manacled as well now.
Yes.
Mhm.
They often help you, chill with Midori. I don't mind.
Huh?
And you know what?
What did
Just
you
in
say?
case he holds out, I'll be awake for a bit of this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill.
This is odd question. Since it only lasts for 10 minutes, would I be able to bardically inspire him?
If you knew when the boil over point was, then technically yes.
You just play drums in front of him for like 20 minutes. Just getting more and more annoyed with you.
Technically, I could do it for half an hour, and if I get it within that half hour, I could get it.
I'll say no because that'll be really weird.
Yeah, I know.
But I like the idea of it.
Any bandits nearby just think we're an absolute lunatics. A guy tied to a tree and one guy sitting in front of him playing the drums.
Oh, that's gonna be an easy robbing. Let's kill them all. Woo! That's all thing.
Like, actually,
we
wait, no,
don't-
they're weird.
We don't need that. We don't need this kind of trouble in our lives. I'm just saying, if they're willing to torture their friend like that,
So you have some bongo drumming. You have the usual paranoia hut, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
I figured as much.
Always.
And you have Midori who's just up and around. Are you still knitting something?
Yes,
Of course you are.
I'm always knitting.
I've got my little beanie on.
The night.
Actually,
Go on.
I was gonna say, like, wait, is Usually asleep or is he just?
We'll get to
Chilling.
that.
Yeah.
So what is it?
I was gonna ask him a question.
Go ahead.
Hey, you awake? Hey, I'm gonna mage hands.
I don't think
Shake
he's
him.
awake. Oh, you're
Get
just
him.
gonna wake him up. Okay.
Yeah. Wake up.
What?
I know this isn't the best time, but maybe like at some point, would you be able to teach me how to make potions and stuff?
I guess. Why?
You know, I mean, I don't sleep, and I could use the time when I'm awake to just help make potions for the party and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I could write down some instructions for you, I suppose. To
Yeah, I mean, obviously you
help
don't
you
need to do
start,
it
but-
now. You're kind of tied up at the moment.
Well, yeah.
But maybe later.
While we're traveling, I suppose I can do that.
Okay. Sorry to bother you.
No worries.
Gonna go sit over here and knit. If you need anything, you need some water, you need a snack, just,
No.
just give me a shout.
Well, thank you.
Alright.
Just sit a few feet, well, not a few feet away, a reasonable distance, so he doesn't chew my face off.
He falls back to sleep and nothing seems to happen during the night.
Damn. Getting good
Although,
at those-
had I known that you would have woken him up, I would have given him a disadvantage on the check. But spoilers, wouldn't have
Oh.
mattered. Because he rolled really fucking high this time.
I really
Nice.
smashed it.
Yeah,
Nice.
not even kidding. Not even as high as it could be, but still really fucking high. So yeah,
Yeah.
you good.
Midori gets out the banner again. 1 month since the last incident.
I knew my drum playing would help.
I have a question.
Go on.
Did the rations come in a barrel, and if so, do we still have the
Box.
barrel? Do we
Ah,
still
box.
have the
Yeah.
box?
Yes.
Fuck, that's the other thing I wanted to get was a barrel. I completely forgot.
Yeah. Damn it.
You have a big old box, like a moving box, full of rations that you put on
is
the
it
cart
water
at some point.
safe?
Probably not.
Yeah, but I wanted a water barrel for desert.
Should have mentioned that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I thought about it, but then things happened.
yeah,
The-
exactly. It's
you
so
know what?
easy to
The
get
fucking-
distracted.
You know what? The fucking cake happened. That's why I forgot.
Sorry.
Trumpet, you can just like make it rain. I think we'll be okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
really
where do we
that,
put
like-
it?
Yes, I was about to say.
In
like,
our
it was not today.
mouths, obviously.
Could
feel
you
like I'm on the right-
could you put a spell Tempest in chat?
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
I forgot what it's called as well. Here it is.
Like a gallon of
With
water,
water.
right?
Yeah, and
Clean
we could
water.
put that
Oh,
in.
how
the-
boring. I was hoping it would be
gallons?
salt water.
Why do you keep doing this to me?
Yeah.
You did
In
the
an
same thing with
open-
Bar's alchemy jug. You know I'm gonna create fresh water every time, but you still make me say it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't even realize that was something we'd done before. Good times, good times.
Is it too late to go back for a barrel?
No, you're only half a day away.
I mean,
Can we go back for a
technically-
barrel?
Back to get a barrel.
What,
We are going
Yeah.
in a desert.
Come on, man!
We are
Like,
going
is
into
that-
a desert.
It's a very
Wait,
good
I
idea
have
to
I have a
one.
water skin. I mean, it's pretty.
So you're
fine.
buying a barrel,
Yeah,
or you're
and
also
how-
filling it with water?
You know, I'll provide the water, but we just fill it.
Yeah.
It's
We
only 2
get
silver.
a fill. Okay. I'm having loot.
Yeah, apparently
Good
also weighs
field
70 pounds.
Wait one sec. Can I still summon Tachi?
I mean,
Hey Tachi, can you get us a water barrel?
Yeah, I was
Can
thinking.
you bring us a barrel?
you haven't prayed to her nor attempted to commune with her whatsoever in quite
Yeah.
a while, so maybe you'll have to find out.
Water.
Gonna attempt
barrel.
to do that.
A long time.
Okay.
Mom. Ma.
Nothing happens.
Tachi, hello. Can you help me, please?
Silent treatment.
You.
I'm getting murdered! Ah!
You've been in plenty of combats and she hasn't come to your aid. I'll say that much. But I'll also give you this hint. Most people, when they have a deity that they pray to, have to pray to them to maintain the link. You've done nothing of the sort.
Oh shit!
That, and you haven't actually properly prayed in her customs whatsoever.
I don't know. I don't know how to pray properly.
No, because Midori is too innocent and sweet to understand what it really is.
Oh no! I have to do that.
Oh my.
Well, Ursula is right there.
These demigod of bliss, what do you think?
Just like, can I borrow you for a minute?
If it's like our
Just a minute.
Get away from me.
Come on. We need a water barrel. It's for the greater good.
Well,
Bruce
heading
then
back.
turns the cart round back to Corbury to get a
Ah,
Thank you.
God
I also
damn it.
already added that to our loot.
Come along, Dudley.
that doesn't sound good in your voice. Come on, Dudley.
We stopped by
a
Mom
good
real
name.
quick. I wanted to say bye. We forgot the water battle. Hug, love you, hug, and then we'll leave.
Josh just sat in the back of the cart with her arms folded, like, got out of town, back in town.
Well, maybe Midori, you should talk to your mother not only when you need something, but also when you want to.
But now I need to do weird shit to get at it.
No.
Well-
That's some hint I gave you, Ruth. Midori still is clueless.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you just need to pray to her every day. Maybe you just need to talk to her. I don't know how your deity works, Silva.
While we're in the car, I'm just gonna try and pray. I don't know
I'll
how
also
to do
give
it.
you another
but...
hint that you clearly either forgot or didn't get at the time.
Hmm.
You already am a warlock to another semi-deity type thing. Keep in
Yes.
mind that Tachi is now another deity that you could have a warlock linked to.
Okay.
She is powerful enough to grant things, you already know this, so I'll give you that hint again, in case you missed it.
Okay. Okay.
Technically it
I
also goes for
will-
the rest of you, but none of you had the same link with her as Midori did early.
I'm gonna just Midori's just straightening in the back of the cart trying to pray. She didn't know how. Like, "Ugh."
Are you going to poop?
No, I'm praying. Duh.
Hey, no pooping back there.
I wasn't pooping.
You said it. We have a pit for that.
I'm trying to. Oh, why is it so difficult?
Well, because you're not sitting right. You need to crouch lower. Make it flow
Okay.
easier.
Is this for pooping or for praying?
Moving, of course.
No.
I'm minor illusion allowed. Midori.
I hate you.
I didn't
Useless,
do
slap
anything.
him. I'm just gonna keep trying.
I assume the inscribing of the spells will work normally. There was nothing iffy with it.
Indeed.
Okay, good. I'm just gonna add it because. RS, okay. Yeah. There are a couple of things I want to do during the trail, but can you just tell me the approximate end date so that I can write it down? We went back on the on the 1st of the 12th. We head back to Corbury and then started off again.
Which means you'll end up basically the same place as where you were last time.
Yeah,
There'll
but
be a
we
couple
will
of dates,
13.
but the most important two that I will give to you will be when you reach the desert area. I go about on horse it'll be 6-7ish days in. We'll say 7 for the sake of it. Where you'll start reaching the desert
on the
where things
8th.
will get rough. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then I guess we need to go back to the bigger map.
Yeah.
Where?
And yeah.
Oops.
And then I'll also want to say what I want to do during those days.
Yes.
Awesome.
And to get... I need to have used this so I can get here myself. And the other date, of course, will be when you actually arrive, which will be significantly later, around... I won't give the direct date. It's gonna be between 4 and 7 days later.
Yeah. When we reach the desert, that's the day where I start having remove curse prepared every day.
Because it's gonna be, it's a pretty large area in which you can find the place you're looking for.
Yeah, we need to find those things that might be in the caves, and then we need to find the sand resin. Think Harley. That's what it was called. But yeah.
I'm gonna do something weird. Something I've never done before.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down and think whilst we travel.
Yeah, that would be the first time you thunk.
What is he doing? Is he okay?
Is he pooping?
Is he?
Shut up. Just sitting with my eyes closed on the car.
Hey, you okay?
Shut up.
Hey, don't need to be rude.
Oh, sorry.
So what are you doing?
I keep thinking. That's me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna begrudgingly pray next to him. Like, rude. Little shit.
Seeing all this thinking and meditating going on, Tempest is also going to meditate on something while he's holding Kuyu.
Okay, Kuyu seems bored.
I know, but get you a fight soon enough. But speaking of which, I understand you could change shape. Any chance we could do that? Because I'm just saying, as much as I'd like you as a spear, rapier is really more my stat. Is there anything we can do about that? And I'm like trying to will it into a rapier.
Trying your best, despite being the closest link to it at the moment, you don't have any sway over Kuyu at the moment. She does not even remotely consider you to be worthy. Nothing happens.
Alright, fine, be a dick then. Okay, it's fine with me.
You get the biggest reaction you get out of her is something along the lines of "Pfft." That's about it. Bored discontent.
Oh.
You mentioned Kelasteel. You want to do something
Yes.
as well over time?
I want to do a lot of things. Technically. I mean, after, of course, those things that I've already said, the inscribing and the preparing. I want to basically start daily taking care of myself rituals again. Like petting my pets, chatting with with everyone, and spending a lot of cuddling time with Tempest. Which also will turn into a bit more hands-on cuddly time as the relationship progresses.
Oh, you
It's
are going to
been-
the stuff now, aren't we?
Thank goodness you got a tent.
Yes.
Get a tent!
We
Occasionally,
have
we
to
ask
all
you
be
guys,
in the same damn bubble at night, though.
I was going to say, occasionally we ask you guys to sleep outside the bubble.
No, not that far yet, but we are a lot more hands-on yet already. And I want to spend my watches, most of my watches or part of my watches, to just lie down and stare at the moon. And I would also like to. I've been thinking of this a bit more, and I will try to maybe start building a connection with Sianin, and at night starting to pray and trying to see if I'm on the right track.
Okay, so in other words, you're building a sanity resistance
Mm-hmm.
and trying to build a connection to a goddess.
Yes.
Okay. The whole sanity thing is something that everybody can do, of course. And we'll get back to it when you get a bit further into the trip. Not trap, that sounds weird. Trip.
Yeah,
You just say
it's a
trap.
Well,
To the
Freudian
trap.
slip.
Trip. I said trip.
The funny thing is, everybody here thought trap as in you're all gonna explode. When I said it, my first thought was that I was implying that Tempest is a trap.
Oh.
Oh,
You don't-
Funny
You
how
don't
that
know
whole
what's going
thing works out, eh?
you don't know what's going on.
Exactly. No one
Well,
does.
then he
These are-
has been stuffing very well.
What?
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 Nothing?
I don't think anyone
What?
heard /got what you said.
I got it.
I
I
got
got
it.
it.
I'm not sure
What?
I heard what you said, but it's probably
Nothing?
fine and funny. So,
he says he has a big package.
I'm just gonna let it roll. I'm not gonna say anything.
humble. The moon is something that's quite important.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
Does the moon change?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Oh no! Don't
That's
laugh.
not,
Alright.
that's not good.
I was going to say sorry throughout like within these 7 days as well traveling within my chances of on watch, I'll attempt to teach Madery how to use the alchemist stuff, as well as try and brew something.
What are you brewing? I'm like blowing up potions in the corner. What are you making?
Oh, right. I don't know. Like, I mean, I've got all this weird stuff.
Yes, you do.
So, and like,
Thank you, boys.
I had like one really weird idea. So, I've got sticky juice.
From the tiny world eater.
So from
Yeah.
yeah, no. So the first sticky juice that I got was the one from the where we found Kuyu.
Oh, you mean that one? You're right.
That one. From that weird like dead body thing.
Yep.
I've also got sticky juice 2 electric boogaloo.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That's the one with the camp near the camp with the woodland doggos.
Mhm.
And then we've also got that vial of green glitter dust as well, so I'm not too sure what that does. But I want to attempt to make something infused with my own blood for something that could potentially hold someone in place or create like a difficult terrain.
Okay. Excuse me.
So the idea would be
I
that
like
I'll
you
try and
choose,
brew. Yeah, sorry.
The specifics.
I'm going to say create an area of difficult terrain. So it'd be like a sort of like something that I could potentially throw. Makes an area, yeah, that's sticky. And then I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and brew it with both the sticky juices, and then as like almost like a catalyst, I'll use a reformed shuriken which has Rite of the Frozen on it, to brew him with that.
Okay, I will say that the reformed shurikens disappear after a few seconds out of the bag.
Yeah,
Under every circumstance.
okay. Instead, then I'll use one of the 20 arrows, which I don't need,
Those are my backup arrows.
As
Those are
like-
now my backup arrows.
as like a frozen stirring stick.
Okay, I like it.
I'm just looking at him like confused, like, what is he doing?
Something.
So the way we're going to be doing this is I'm writing down this as a list, so we can go through it in conjunction with the things I've already planned for the travel time.
Mhm.
So we'll keep that in mind. I'll just note this as a frozen. What's it called? Rite of what?
Rite of the Frozen.
Rite of frozen stick. Stirring stick.
And yes, attempt to get Madery in on the process and how things work.
So you use an arrow to stir potions? Okay, I got you.
I'm not trying it, but it might work.
Oh, okay.
Keep your gloves on.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I had an itch on my face.
Don't touch your face.
Face started to boil away.
Oh, sorry.
Keep stirring.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Tell me if you need Francois to do something.
No, it's fine. We got it under control. Madery, keep stirring, please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Melody, remember you have a mage hand as well.
Oh yeah, mage hands.
Clearly isn't.
No, we do this the old-fashioned way. Put it away.
Why did I ask him to teach me things?
Because it's cheaper than getting a professional to do it.
No, he says it.
The unseen toddler pouts as he walks away and is not able to help.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna throw some shade, but I don't know if I should. Dory's gonna sound her breath. Gosh, he sounds
I
like.
suppose I'll technically take damage for doing that, so I'll take 6.
Jeez.
So that's Kelasil, Uslia, and Midori, and this will take quite a bit of your time over the next few weeks.
Also
Krishma,
is-
Tempest, so you remember that? Sorry, go on.
Also, is Neil making friends with Dudley?
No, they don't speak the same language. And Dudley is
Yeah.
food to someone like Neil.
Ah, jeez.
You're behaving
Referencing
so well not
pauses.
eating. Also, will we need eventually to start using the rations, or can up until now Ursula support us?
As long as you're in the green area, you're fine.
Okay, perfect.
It's just
So
the
at the
desert
desert.
that will be a bit more weird.
Okay, we'll come to it when we come to it. Then.
Exactly.
We stop
Technically-
cactuses.
Technically, I'm pretty sure the background thing still says that regardless of everything, you can still find food. I don't remember what the condition is, but there are conditions under which you cannot. But you're still in the green, so you're fine.
Okay.
So, Tempest Krishma. You have about 2 weeks plus minus to do stuff.
At some point, Krishma will take a break from thinking. And... Tempest,
Oui.
just curious. Before everything started happening, before all this shit, why did you, start traveling and shit? Was it curiosity?
Well, like I said, my captain was dying, and I decided it was time to see the world. And he also told me of a treasure that his rival stole from him, and I wanted to try to find it. Not that he told me anything about it or where to find it, but I thought I'd try to see the world. And then I met all of you.
I see. Cool. I'm just curious. I'm thinking about all the stuff that has happened and why we are doing this. I'm just thinking. That's all. Never mind me.
Eh.
I'm gonna go back to sitting.
Well, don't hurt yourself thinking too deeply. You know, sometimes things just are what they are. Like this whole beacon thing, I don't really care about it. I just want to make sure Marshall is safe.
The beacon
That's
is
good. That's enough reason for me.
being a beacon is weird. I mean, I don't feel different from a normal person, but then again, it must mean something. There must be something I have to use this power for. I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
If we figure it out, then that's up for you to decide.
I'll
Like I
give
said,
it.
I've given my all to protect my shell and my friends.
I'm still thinking it through. Thanks.
That's what I'm here for.
What kind of magic do you do, actually? Like, now that you can actually do that shit, like with the whole fancy drum shit.
I move the drum towards him so he can play it for a second.
Love it.
I think I've heard it called the bardic magic. It's I play it with my drum, and the music kind of flows through me, flows to the rhythm.
You know, it feels like kind of a career change for you. You weren't really the magic kind. How did that just happen? Like,
Well, everyone else can do cool magicy things, and then I saw you who overcame your just kind of like voodoo fingers, like your ooh
okay,
against
don't
magic.
pay attention. Look,
You know?
yeah, I get it.
So I figured, I could always do a little bit of my water magic, and I wanted to learn more about it. I was actually practicing doing something else, but then this came to me one day. Like I said, I bought this drum because I used to have a drum back on my ship, and I wanted to learn how to play again. And then something just kind of clicked.
Something just clicked, huh? Okay.
And now I can make illusions. I can insult you to death.
Like toddlers, it's great, I know.
Yes, I can make invisible toddlers. I can make things really sparkly. Also, what would have been really handy several weeks ago is I can understand any language now. I can't speak it, but I can understand it.
You and me get stronger and we go to the mountain.
Of course.
Okay. It's good talking to you. I'm going to think more on stuff.
Wait,
Thanks.
yeah, but check this out. I'll cast comprehend language on myself. Galacia, say something weird in a different language.
I speak in Celestial. Your pup looks very nice today.
See, she said. Sorry, I actually didn't catch what you said. I said I caught something looks very nice today, but I didn't catch what.
Your butt.
Well, I mean it always does, but she said my butt looks very good today. See, I understood her.
Okay.
Celestial blushes. Didn't think he would understand me.
Comprehend language, bitches.
Somewhere in the distance, a fairy floats by, disappointed.
See, come back. We can understand you now.
It just keeps floating on by.
You can't understand us, but I can understand you.
You swear you hear some swears floating on the wind.
Oh, that's just unnecessary.
Dumbass giant bitches, what the fuck are they thinking?
Yeah.
Tiny motherfuckers.
So, over the trip, are there anything you would like to do furthermore?
I'm just gonna keep trying to practice.
I'm an idiot!
Specifically.
Oh yeah.
It's mostly just doing some deep thinking.
Alright.
Yeah, just learning how to play the drum better. Just still practicing that. Maybe writing some new songs.
That makes sense. Okay, Vicky, why are you an idiot?
The spell enables creatures with intelligence score of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. When we were talking to the pixie, I could have just sent a message to her.
Oh
We are really good at this thing called D&D.
To be fair, this part of sending is so rarely important.
no! Yeah.
Although it was important not too long ago, I suppose, because there was that issue.
Yeah, but you don't remember it because it's never important, so you don't
Exactly.
think about it.
I mean, that's fair.
It's like what's the Goliath in the MTG that has a shock built into it, and there's the combat
right, that one.
damage can't be ignored stuff, can't
Yeah.
be prevented stuff. That's never important, but one time it is, and you're suddenly, oh yeah, that did that. I could have won,
Yeah.
but did what by accident without realizing it.
Yeah. That's true. That happens.
Wait. Damn it.
But that is pretty funny. And I'll never tell you what the picture was trying to tell you, because that's funny.
I'm sending a message to the pixie.
Wait, you can do that! You can do that!
You can do that.
yeah.
Remember us?
Put it into the chat so I can read it as well. Not the message, but the spell.
Yeah. Why third level? Third level.
That's 7 words.
We're getting the
No,
quest.
John, that was not it. You told me to put it in, and then the thing was weird.
Okay,
And that's
yeah.
the message.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just
Just complaining to the
remember
god.
us?
Like, what the fuck?
Are you listening to me, John?
Are you?
So, remember us? Yeah, I forgot I could do that. What was it that you wanted to tell us? With the butterflies and stuff?
No response. It's dead.
Okay, I need you to roll me a d100.
Oh, she's not in.
Or
I had a
d20,
feeling.
either works.
Well, you said the 100 first.
Okay, so it makes its way to her. Okay, you get a message back. Oh, you could have done this the entire time. I just wanted you to defeat the butterflies and not go to the dragon, because you're dumb. Why didn't you just do this? And the message ends somewhere around there.
She wanted us to just kill the butterflies and ignore the dragon. Because
We
we
did
were not strong enough for the dragon.
Oh shit, why is she telling us that?
I don't know, there was a whole lot of miscommunication.
I feel like she was in the wrong. It's her fault. Yeah, it's her fault.
I still don't get why this is asking me, do I want to cast it at 4th level? And don't give me the options to cast it on 3rd level. I have all my 3rd levels left.
So,
Oh, no, it's working.
we have a list. Only a few people are doing specific things along the way. The whole senator thing will give you a +4 temporary. And +1 to Tempest as well, but he's already maxed, so it doesn't matter. You'll get that at the, let's say, 7 days mark. You'll get those bonuses.
So, just when we reach it, that's basically.
Pretty much. But
Or
before
to
then,
sanity
we
prep.
have Midori, who's currently away, because she's basically been spamming our Discord. There's 5 different ways here.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
One of which was 4 minutes after our break.
Dude,
So I guess we'll
She
take
really-
Killer Seal first.
Yay! Maybe.
Oh, actually, we'll take the group first because of the event that comes first. So about the time you get to this mountain here, I can't mark because I'm not using the right tool. This mountain here,
Okay.
you have one of those strange situations where you recognize something you've seen as a danger before. While getting close to the mountain, which is quite tall, you notice a couple of very brightly shining greenish bluish creatures floating around the top of the mountains. The clouds themselves are quite far up, and the mist that is sort of that is permeating from the mountain's top because of... Actually, I wouldn't know why, but there are mist coming down from the mountain itself is mostly obscuring these very large butterfly creatures that you've just about seen before. And you spot a couple of them floating around up there, and they seem to be either making a nest or something up there, you can't quite tell. But there's certainly a couple of them up there, just sort of around the peak of the mountains. You notice these as you're making your pass through the area. They don't seem to come out to attack anything while you're passing, because you can see this mountain for a long time. A few days, in fact, you have the line of sight to it. And you see them on occasion, just sort of up there in the mountains.
How close are we?
It would be kilometers away.
Well, kilometers isn't that bad.
No, but it's still quite far away. And it's not just a couple of kilometers. It could be anywhere between... No, not could. It is about 80 plus kilometers away.
Okay, do we want to do a detour to kill the butterflies for the pixie or no?
I mean, we kind of owe it to her at this point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of agree, but also, do we think we're strong enough?
They fucking
Well-
fly though. I'm down to go.
Do they count as beasts? Slowly turns to the one arrow I have.
Mhm.
I mean, I can check, but I won't tell you.
Well, who wants to go kill the butterflies?
We can go kill butterflies if you want.
Sure,
I mean,
why not?
They shouldn't be over here, so they need to be dealt with.
Especially
they're-
they have been getting a lot closer to the city.
Yeah.
Because last time we saw them, they were near the forest area. We want to go make a detour.
Let's go fuck up some butterflies.
What are they going to
Weirdest
do about
sentence in
these?
D&D ever.
Just make sure that we keep Dudley somewhere safe, hidden when we approach them.
So here's the
We
funny
don't
bit
wanna
about
lose
this. I did not expect that. And I need to prepare a bunch of things for that to happen. So I guess we'll end here for today. I did it. It was meant to be just a little scenic thing, and you're like, oh, let's murder those bastards!
I mean, we
Well,
owe it to the
so-
pixie, don't we?
We do.
Well, there was a bit more to it than that. There was a limited amount of words in sending. But
That poor pixie.
We meant don't kill them.
I mean, how do we think that we need to rest a day before we reach the butterflies?
you won't be there within a day, and you also need to get to the top or bring them down. So it'll be a day either way.
So the day before would send another sending to the pixie. We're seeing the butterflies near Corbury, near ocean. Should we kill it? Any tips?
I need to roll a d20.
Right. Roll the 20.
Okay, you're fine. That's probably goes through just fine. If you want to kill them to bring back the other giants so our home is safe again, then sure. That would be nice.
She wants us to kill it.
Always more.
Wait,
The-
do they need proof?
Hmm?
Do they need proof?
I don't think so. Also, John, I didn't catch the first part. If we want to kill it to bring back the other giants?
No, the
Was that what
implication
you-
was that she's talking about the place where she used to live around the farm that was, well, farming area that was destroyed and the settlement that you passed. She wants to kill the butterflies so that area is safe, so she can return to
Yeah.
her home.
Okay,
That was the
gotcha.
implication.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
clarify that much at least.
Okay. So, yeah, she wants to us to kill the butterflies so that her home is safe again.
Her home over there?
Well, I assume that's what she meant with the settlement. Apparently she was living near to that. But yeah,
I mean, I don't
let's
mind
go
helping.
kill butterflies.
Sure.
Which day is that on? John, just so that I can write it down because we are gonna
Yeah.
take a break.
Maybe 3 days in.
So that would be the 4th.
Yes. But I guess
Because
we
we
still have some
started
more
on the-
things that I can explain that would will happen over
yes.
time, so it's not going to end per
Yeah.
se, but we can't really go there because I don't
We
have
can't
any of
do
that
that.
prepared, because the one time I'm like, they wouldn't do that. You're like, murder!
Well, to be fair, we probably wouldn't have if we didn't just have that conversation. with the
Yeah.
pixie.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, fair.
things happen. It's D&D. Things happen. But we still have some other things, so it's fine.
Yes.
It's just hilarious. The one time I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go back to the brewing and everything as well, because... And that's also the moon thing, but we'll get to that. Later in the week. With Calasil. And Amadora is back, so we can actually address her. Right? Miss
What?
have been gone 7 times in one session.
I'm sorry. I need to pee a lot.
Every half an hour, it's insane. So,
I don't.
Don't be mean to her. Don't bully.
I'm not. I'm just so flabbergasted.
Bully my
I'm a little
bladder.
concerned. I'm concerned at it at this point.
Pretty much. So for the thing, it'll for the training of the what the herbalist man nearly said, the brewing, alchemy. That was it. Alchemy is the word.
Mm.
I'll
Yeah.
rule it in a similar fashion to training feats and the like. However, there'll be no gold exchanged because there's no need for it really, unless Rosalia really wants to just have all Midori's gold. But that, most of it is in the party fund as it is.
Hmm.
So I guess Midori have to find some other way to pay. You will require
Oh,
basically the same amount of time. To get a feat is 1,000 days, 1,000 hours. Sorry, but I will reduce it a little bit because it's not a feat you're training. It's something that is a bit simpler in a way because it doesn't have to be muscle memoried up. It just is a thing of learning. It will still take a long time to get her to have a full alchemy capabilities, but it won't be as long. I'll figure out how many hours it is a bit later.
I'm guessing it's essentially just to get a proficiency in alchemist supplies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thinking out, Xanathars about this.
Then
I
the
don't know.
capability of doing it, because it's kind of lame if you just pick up alchemy supplies and like, I'm gonna make potions all day, even without
Yeah.
the training, so I'm gonna rule it. Like, you have to have the proficiency, otherwise it makes no
Yeah.
sense.
That's right.
And it's slightly weird. So yeah, just note down that you'll have... Well, by the end of this travel, you'll have a lot of days, but I guess for now you have 3 days. No, note it down in hours, it's easier that way, so it'll be... It won't be full 8 hours per day either, so we'll make it 4.
No.
So it'll be 12 hours of training towards learning alchemy. Got that, Midori?
yep.
12 hours out of a lot.
There's a rule for it in Xanathars. I just quickly found it.
Yeah, I don't
It's
care.
10. Okay, cool.
I'm doing it this way because otherwise it gets all mixed up with things.
Cool.
And it's more consistent that way. So, as for Usulia's thing, you are making something very potentially exciting. Maybe not, maybe it is. We'll see. I would like you to roll me some alchemy check, which essentially is just sleight of hand in this case.
Yeah.
Because you already have planned it and I accept the plan. To just do that
Do
with
I-
the proficiency of the alchemist kit.
Okay, cool.
So it's basically just sleight of hand if you have it proficiency.
Yeah, with proficiency.
Yeah.
That's a
Well-
23.
Damn!
Ooh, nice.
Okay, well I think you're gonna like what you end up mixing in that case then.
Fun.
Nice.
And I think it's gonna be way beyond what you expected.
I'm gonna take off an arrow.
Yep, you can do that. And I'll actually go find the item because I need to...
Yay, you did it good.
I don't think
I did something!
Yes, you did it great.
I did a fun.
it didn't.
Does
Yeah.
the potion have eyes?
Yay.
Does a potion have eyes?
It's not a potion. It's gonna be something else.
Is it a grenade?
No.
Flat
Sounds
grenade.
like
I'll give
that.
you the name while I'm searching for it. It's called Sovereign Glue.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Wait a second.
Excuse me?
I know what that is.
I do too.
What is it? Is it the best glue in the world?
I've not heard
It's
of...
it's literally a legendary item, my dude.
Oh.
What?
Was it called Sovereign Glue?
Sovereign glue.
I've
You made
never...
a legendary item?
An
I've
accident.
not heard of Sovereign Glue.
On accident.
Fucking
That's
sweet.
amazing.
Was it
On
the
accident or
Midori-
by accident?
By accident.
Okay.
It's just all the stress of him trying to teach Midori, like, cake stirring! Like, so
Oh
good.
god, you gave us sovereign
It's
glue.
a
Oh,
combination
God.
of the two ingredients you have are extraordinarily rare and otherworldly, combined with the fact that you use something I find hilarious as a stirring tool.
Okay.
Let's see here.
If we're not careful,
So,
people could lose limbs.
well, it is currently safe and fine. I'll write down the information for it and give you a little thing for it, because I can't take it straight from the book, because it'll look ridiculous. But I'll still put in the book thing in loot, so you have an idea. If you remind me, I'll give you a little card for it later. But this is basically what it does.
Okay.
It is the strongest glue you'll ever find.
form a permanent adhesive bond between any two objects. Must be stored in the jar or flask that has been coated inside with oil or
Dory, do not put your hands in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whatever you do,
Oh my
Midori, do not, because you're not getting this one off.
1 ounce.
Oh my god.
We have a wish spell to change, but that means Neil will die.
No.
No, I will not touch the glue.
So I can really stick things together.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super stick things
So
together.
strongly that you can only be taken apart by wish spell.
Yeah.
Or Universal Solvent, which is another legendary item.
Oh, shall I roll for how many ounces it has?
No, you only have 1 dose. That's why the
Only
whole
one?
card thing is... I'm gonna make you one specifically, but... I don't guess I don't
Fair.
actually need to. You
Okay,
just
so
have
it's just
one use
one.
of it. One application.
Okay.
One
Get it.
permanent sticky.
So whatever you put together, make sure you want them to stay together forever.
I want to glue Calisil and Tempest together.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that.
Sweet.
No, something happens and Tempest and Calicia break up. No, you're not getting a divorce. I'm putting you together.
Well, I can live without the hand.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Who says it's the hand that's connected?
We both know that Calafia's just gonna go home and her mother is gonna shoot Tempest in the face and then cut him off.
Yeah, that's fair.
And likely start working on the solvent
I mean,
in
we can
explosive form.
just skin him and then only a small patch of skin is attached to me. And that will rot away eventually.
Oh, this got dark.
It did indeed.
Well,
But that's what Usulia makes.
Nice.
And that would be about it.
you
for
did an
now.
awesome.
I literally can't believe you've done this.
You did an
I can't
awesome.
believe you've done this.
Holy hell, you did an awesome.
The amount of things I could stick together.
Oh boy.
Indeed. So you can have fun in the next many weeks to come to figure out what you can do with that. The one application. And for the time being, because you guys surprised me for once, we are gonna stop here for now.
Okay.
Going up a mountain to slay butterflies.
Yay!
Sounds insane out of context.
Yes, it
Yeah, a little bit.
Yay!
But yeah, that will be it.
We just get a message. Calicia sends a message to her mom. Hey mom, we're gonna go see some butterflies. Oh, to murder them. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna just make a note. Ask about the monster.
Shut up.
Tell them to shut up.
Shut up.
I mean prosit, of course. My bad. Oops.
Oh, good. It was fun.
A bit more shopping than I expected out of it at this particular time, but
Yeah.
yeah, it happens. Gotta be prepared.
Yeah,
No,
we needed
not
to
a shop.
prepare.
We got a lot of money.
And surprisingly,
Yeah.
you didn't go to any shady business. There's so much fun that could have been had there.
Lavender Market.
My mother is the
3
law.
sessions, but
My mother is the law.
he doesn't have to know.
Yeah, but if she does, Tempest is dead, you are dead, and I will be locked up in my room for eternity.
You'll be
Be
grounded.
grounded, yeah.
You can fly.
Door.
Yeah, but I can't fly through walls.
Yet.
It's a new problem.
Yeah, I don't have dimension door anymore.
I was gonna say that, but I was young. But yeah.
And you are the one with sending. You can always get Tachi to you and then do the trade. Oh wait, no. You
Yeah,
haven't-
but we
you
need
have-
to-
Right, yeah. You wanted to do the greedy version of it. Never mind. You can't just do that because you already have a plan. Right.
What do you mean the trade?
I mean, you could just trade it back and let Neil disappear.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let Neil disappear.
Exactly.
What mother would I be?
Back in a sec.
I don't know. One
Bad
without a
one.
griffin.
I may have agreed to the last lavender market, but we had a narc with us.
The fuck is a knock?
Someone who rats you out to the police.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, it wasn't like it was
basically-
guaranteed.
I
I'm not
mean-
someone who's gonna
Luna
tell on
wouldn't
you,
have-
and
Luna
Luna would have
wouldn't-
told on me.
Well, she
Luna
was too
wouldn't have
subdued.
realized. And she wouldn't have realized what you did. Probably.
Well, don't short sell Luna.
That's fair.
She is planning something. Rest assured.
She can't go back on my command. She can't touch the bag of holding that's also back on me. I assume the Tempest give it back.
Yeah, I get-
Otherwise,
I
he's
get
grounded. No, she
Can't
can't.
do it yet.
It's indefinitely.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you
Why
think.
is- Oh.
Luna's planning stuff. It'll be funny
John,
though. Turns out at the very
don't
end,
destroy
Luna's
the
big
bag of
bad.
holding.
Yeah, we have to kill Luna at the end.
No,
Oh my god.
I mean I can just put her in a bubble.
That'd be a twist and a half. Nah, I already know where we're going with this, so that's ought to be something.
Yeah. Here's a weird thing.
Don't destroy the bag of holding.
Don't worry, I'm mostly kidding.
Yeah, the worrying part is that you said mostly and not completely.
Don't worry, I'm mostly kidding. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 of those out in Streamland. Thank you for watching. Should anyone actually be out there? I didn't check. There should be some. Hey, that's cool. But yeah, we're done for today, and we'll be back Saturday in a week to do more day and day. Same time.
Butterflies.
Butterflies.
To hunt butterflies, of all things. I love it.
Yeah. And figure out what happened to the moon.
Yes.
Indeed. Bye.
Bye.
I